Verizon Small Business Days are back, and there's never been a better time to switch. Connect with a Verizon business expert September 8th through 14th for limited time offers on 5G plans and devices, like our best price on our best business unlimited plan, and a 5G phone on us. Plus, a complimentary tech check to find the right tech for your team to keep your business one step ahead. Call, click, or scan to switch at Verizon Small Business Days. From the network America relies on.
God save the Queen, long live the King. Queen Elizabeth II, dead at 96. Rest in peace. However, tonight, NFL football is back from upstate Western New York in Orchard Park to Southern California in Inglewood, SoFi Stadium, from this Thursday night, September the 8th, 2022, until Sunday, February the 12th, 2023. The 2022 NFL season is officially underway. NFL kickoff to Super Bowl 57. Then the Rams tonight from SoFi Stadium in LA. They'll host the Buffalo Bills as they're looking to become the first team in almost 2 decades to repeat as Super Bowl champions. NBC has the coverage. No more Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth. It's Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth, as Michaels now works for Amazon and will be on the call next Thursday night for Thursday Football on Prime Video with Herb Street. But thank you tonight for tuning in and listening to my NFL Kickoff 2022 Buffalo Bills at LA Rams live watch along reactions live right here on YouTube. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Kool and Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. Scroll down and check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Hit that red subscribe button right here on YouTube as well. Notification bell next to it. On top of that, thumbs up button if you want the Bills to defeat the Rams tonight. Thumbs up button if you want the Rams to defeat the Bills tonight. Or did I just say that twice? I think I did. Thumbs up if you want the Bills to defeat the Rams tonight, and thumbs up if you want the Rams to defeat the Bills tonight. I said it differently the second time, did I not? Maybe I said it differently the first time, and I just repeated myself twice, maybe 3 times. It just sounds very similar as it comes out of my mouth. But thumbs up button, as always. Share hashtag NFL, hashtag Bills, hashtag Rams, hashtag Bills Mafia, hashtag Rams House as well. Hashtag BUF for Buffalo, Tatanka versus LAR for the LA Rams, one of the 2 LA teams in SoCal. Of course, the other being the Chargers in the AFC West, as the Rams play in the NFC West and are coming off of a Super Bowl title, looking to repeat, as mentioned, beginning tonight. Chat questions and comments, super chats, super stickers, always greatly appreciated as well, along with super likes and super thanks. So yeah, like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description. Thumbs up button, share using those hashtags as mentioned. Chat questions and comments, super chat, super stickers, super likes, and super thanks. Always greatly appreciated. And let me know in the comments who you have winning, whether that be Buffalo or LA here tonight. Kickoff coming up momentarily. The Rams are the home team. However, they are sporting their road white uniforms here this evening. So Buffalo on the road gonna wear their home blue uniforms. We'll see Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford, 2 of the best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. This honestly could be a Super Bowl 57 preview. As, of course, Buffalo's in the AFC, LA, the Rams are in the NFC. Super Bowl 57 will be next February, as mentioned, in the desert of Arizona. So, a lot of football, of course, left to be played until then. Hell, we haven't even kicked off yet here tonight. Preseason officially in the books. Rosters have been set at 53. All 32 teams have practice squad members as well. But excited to see how this game goes tonight, along with the rest of the weekend. As on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Sunday Night Football in a rematch of the NFL kickoff from last year. The Bucs will visit the Cowboys as they flip-flop it from last year until this year. Also week 1 in prime time, but rather than in Tampa at Raymond James, it'll be in the Big D at Cowboy Stadium. But on Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll have live watch-along reactions of the Steelers and Bengals as Pittsburgh begins a new era without Big Ben Roethlisberger. Mitch Trubisky will get the start, but we'll get more into that game on Sunday, so be sure to tune back in. For those live watch-along reactions, as mentioned, Sunday Night Football as well, with Tampa and Dallas, followed by on Monday with Russell Wilson's return to Seattle. It'll be Denver and Seattle Broncos and Seahawks. To wrap up week 1, as we're going to kick off week 1 here shortly, as Murray Taylor, Tony Dungy, the first ever African-American head coach to win a Super Bowl in NFL history, Super Bowl 41 with the Indianapolis Colts. Mike Tomlin, the lone other, won it 2 years later in 43. It's been 14 years since. It's been a long off season in the NFL. But Murray Taylor, Tony Dungy, Rodney Harrison, and Chris Sims with Mike Florio in the studio with some news and updates. Gonna wrap it up here, get a commercial break. I don't think we're getting Carrie Underwood tonight to kick us off for, technically it's Sunday Night Football on NBC, but because it's the kickoff game, here we are on NBC. Thursday Night Football begins next week on Amazon Prime Video, as mentioned. But yeah, like I said, excited to see how this game goes tonight. Buffalo coming off of a playoff loss at Kansas City in the divisional round, and arguably the best game of the season last year. They lost in overtime, in which they did not touch the football. The overtime rule has since changed because of that. So Buffalo's luck. We'll see if this game goes to overtime or not, and at least everyone will have a possession, but if they end up winning or still adding an L in the win-loss column, the Bills are the Super Bowl favorite, I might add as well. They've been on a uphill climb the past few years as one of the best teams in the league. They probably should win the East this year, followed by New England, Miami, and New York. But we'll see how that pans out. I think the West, with LA, the AFC West is wide-ass open. Any one of those 4 teams, Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, or Chargers, could I see win. I could see win, yes. The Rams are going to win the West, so I think, followed by probably either San Francisco or Arizona. Seattle's going to suck without Russell. But with Buffalo, the big question I have for them is, can they find a running game? Josh Allen, past few years, in this uphill climb to being relevant once again, He's been the team's leading rusher. And I've stated numerous times in the past, when your starting quarterback is your leading rusher, you have a major problem. They tried to fix it in the draft. They brought back some key pieces in all three phases of the ball, as well as did all the other teams. They signed Von Miller away from the Rams, I might add as well, as now we're going to get the opening video package with the new Santa Claus for some insurance company, John Hamm. Or maybe that's a hotel company or whatever the hell commercial was. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways, yeah, the big question I have for Buffaloes is, can they run the football? Because if they can and continue to play, the way they have the past few years, Josh Allen at times, yes, it seems like he tries to do too much. Still a damn good quarterback. Buffalo is going to be 10 times better than they've been. And as a Super Bowl favorite, yeah, you try to block out the noise, but they should be right there in the thick of it at the end of the year come playoff time. The Rams, on the other hand, going to be tough to repeat because it's hard to get on top. It's harder to stay on top. No team has repeated since 03-04 with the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 38-39. So it's been almost 20 years, as mentioned earlier. The Rams could be that team to do it, though, but we've also said the same thing the past 20 years that, well, the team that won the Super Bowl could potentially also repeat, and none of them have. So, aerial shot of the Hollywood sign, Bills, Rams, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, which hosted the Super Bowl this past year as well. The Rams ended up winning it in their own home stadium, just like Tampa did the year prior. We got the Super Bowl 56 champion Rams celebrating now in the end zone. They're going to reveal the banner. There's Andrew Whitworth, who retired. He's actually working for Amazon. Now we're going to see some highlights, it looks like, from their season and the game specifically. This past February, and then the off-season just absolutely flew by. Here we are kicking off the new year. But the Rams winning their first Super Bowl in 22 years, and they're the St. Louis Rams. There's the rings they received. But they're the home team tonight. I still wouldn't necessarily say LA football's back. But, hey, there's OBJ. He's still unsigned. There's the Super Bowl 56 banner. They won it in 99 and 2021, 2022. But here come the Rams. They're going to try to ram their way back to the Super Bowl this season. They didn't really get hot until mid-November last year. Right after they traded for OBJ from Cleveland, along with Von Miller from Denver at the deadline. And now Miller's in Buffalo, as mentioned, playing against his former team tonight. Aaron Donald contemplated retirement. He's back. So I think tonight, first game of the year, we could see a turnover early. Until these teams settle the hell down, settle the hell into the game, build up some momentum and rhythm, keep it simple, run the football, open up the pass, rely on your special teams if needed. Remember, the kickoff game last year came down to the wire. Field goal attempt, Tampa ended up winning. I think this game could come down to the wire. It might be good early. I want to be shocked, but I'm thinking, slow and steady wins the race here tonight with these two teams. You don't want to do too much too early and then, be dog tired at the end of the game. You want to, as a 60-minute game, take your time. So, Tarico Collinsworth and Melissa Stark replaces Michelle Tafoya on the sideline. So NBC with a new crew as she almost gets decked with a football. Oh my God. But, yeah, here we are. And here we go. We're about to kick off. So, what the hell is with that haircut? I sound like an old man. Bills, Rams. We'll take one final break and we'll get back to it. But they say Von Miller left LA after he was traded from Denver the deadline last year. Ended up winning a Super Bowl with them, as he won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. The reason why he left was because as he went to Buffalo and they're the favorite. Will they get there? Well, honestly, they probably should have beat Kansas City, and I think they most definitely would have beat Cincinnati in that game in the AFC title game at home a week later. So they probably would have been in the game playing the Rams as they are tonight out in LA. Unless San Fran somehow beats the Rams in the AFC title game. You know, Buffalo could have won the Super Bowl last year. They, of course, didn't. They lost in the playoffs. Those fans have been through a lot, and this might be their year. It might not be, though, too, because the thing is with NFL football, it's a long-ass season, 18 weeks, 17 games. There's going to be teams here first couple weeks that might be undefeated, might be in the middle of the pack, you know, 1-1, 2-1, 2-2, or they might be winless. And this is just based off of history, because it's true, because it's happened, okay? Believe me. The teams that are unbeaten at the start of the year might be good, might be a surprise team as well. The teams, you know, that are winless, they can still get out of it, but they also still might suck, okay? There's really no, you know, leeway with going both ways in that regard. Two-way street does go both ways, but you know, as football's a business, still got to play the game. That's why the game's played, of course. But those teams in the middle of the pack, especially come, you know, late October, into November, around the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, we'll get 3 games apiece on those days again this year as well. If you get hot at the right time, just like the Rams did last year, and teams have in the past, those are your good teams that are going to have a better chance to end up winning it. So, like I said, I think if Buffalo can find a running game this year, finally, they'll be perfectly fine. But then if you find a running game, well, something else might, you know, take a back seat. I highly doubt it with them. But they said Von Miller, one of the main reasons why he left, because he wants to become the first player in NFL history to play in and then win 3 Super Bowls with 3 different teams. He won Super Bowl 50 with the Broncos, won Super Bowl 56 with the Rams last year, and now he's a Buffalo Bill. So, enough talk. I know I really didn't, you know, preview the game that much. We'll get into it here in a second. But, like I said, I feel Sloan Steady wins the race. National anthem in the background. SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, Buffalo Bills, LA Rams. Once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. But until they settle down and settle in, it's going to be, I would think, right before the 8-minute mark, halfway through the second quarter, when we will, you know, pedal the metal and get some points on the board. Amp it up right before halftime, go into halftime, you know, maybe tied or one team up by only a few. But and then come out in the second half and, go from there. It's a 60-minute game. Game's not won, even though it still can be, in the first few drives. The difference might be a field goal, might be a turnover, might be this, might be that. We'll just have to see how the game plays out. But once again, happy football's back. Felt like football season outside today as well. I'd like it a little cooler, but take it for what it's worth. And here in the land of the free and the home of the brave, we got NFL football on a Thursday night, September the 8th, 2022. We'll have the coin toss. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in attendance again. He's obviously going to kick it off like he did Super Bowl 56 as well. And remember, WrestleMania 39's in this very stadium next April. Is it going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns at the show of shows? Only time's going to tell, but it's time. We got the Bills, we got the Rams, and we got NFL football back. What the fuck? So, here we go. Yeah, Sean McVay beat out Mike Tomlin to become the youngest head coach to ever win a Super Bowl. And then Sean McDermott, speaking of Mike Tomlin, from William & Mary himself as well. Sean McDermott from the Andy Reid coaching tree. Sean McVay from the John Gruden and Mike Shanahan coaching tree. Gruden coached under Andy Reid as well. Chiefs Cardinals on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Gruden, of course, no longer in the league after last year, but Kyle Shanahan, Mike's son's the head coach of the 49ers, and the Rams had to beat the 49ers to get the Super Bowl and beat the Bengals, but I think offensively we're going to see a lot of similarity with these two teams tonight. Honestly, I think it's going to be who makes, more plays on defense, who can force some turnovers, who can capitalize off turnovers, and who can run the ball. Relying on your special teams when needed, and we'll see who comes out on top. But in the meantime, the Rams are on the kickoff and we're underway. On the return, actually, we'll have a touchback, but Buffalo will have a 1st and 10, left to right, across your television screen, radio and dial down. And once again, thank you for tuning in and listening. As always, I'm your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool and Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. The thumbs up button. Share hashtag NFL. Hashtag BUF for Buffalo versus LAR for the LA Rams. Chat questions and comments. Super chat, super stickers, super likes, and super thanks. Always greatly appreciated as they give us the starting lineups. Here we go. 1st and 10 Bills. Ball at the 25. Josh Allen in the gun. Diggs in motion near side. Left to right. Once again, he pump fakes, slant over the middle, caught by Diggs to the 31. So it'll be 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard pickup. And he took what the defense gave him. Felt like he wanted to get rid of it real quick right off the bat as soon as he got the snap, but he held it for a second, pump faked, Diggs wide open, and now they line up in an empty before Singletary motions back in the backfield. 2nd and 4. Allen going to step up and run. Pump fakes, gets the 1st down. So Josh Allen to the 37.5, 38-yard line, almost a minute in. Buffalo's a 1st down. Josh Allen, he is a big guy. I've said it in the past. As a Steeler fan myself, he reminds me a lot of Big Ben Roethlisberger, who just retired. Toss near side, and Singletary gets to the 45, so 2nd 3, 2nd and 4, depending on the spot. Here's the Rams defense. We are. Allen in the gun. Looking near side, just dumps it off on a screen. And Singletary gets another Bill first down out past midfield into Ram territory down at the 49. 1st and 10, they'll move the sticks. Buffalo, they got a good drive going here. We'll see how the LA defense responds. They bring up, as I mentioned earlier, Aaron Donald did return, contemplated retirement, but he's back. There he is. Speak of the devil. Von Miller, though, signed with the Bills, so he's playing against his former team. But the Rams did sign Bobby Wagner from Seattle after he was cut. Another run, maybe a yard, 2. He's lucky. 2nd down, about 8. So Josh Allen, 2-2, 12 yards passing. Has a carry for 7 yards as well. A couple first downs now for this Bill offense on top of that. So defense wins you championships. They sort of did for the Rams last year. Not looking good first 3 minutes of the game tonight by any means, but still early. Don't get too far ahead of yourself. Empty set, Diggs over the middle, complete, down to 35, 1st and 10, Buffalo once again. Might have got away with a hold. Thing with the officials, if it's a penalty, call it. If it's not, don't. Let them play. Under center. 1st and 10 from 35. They'll toss again near side. And only about a yard. So, other than that, what was it? 8-yard run or so by Singletary. Got a first down. A little bit to go. The other runs by the Bills have only been a yard or 2. So, I mean, Ram defense is stopping them up front. Josh Allen, though, 3 or 24 yards. Not picking them apart, but guys are getting open for him. So, same with receivers. Just get the hell open. Quarterbacks can get the football. 2nd and 9, Buffalo. Dawson Knox in motion. Lost his brother recently, but 2nd and 9 has a man, and right there at the first down. We'll see if they give it to him or not. He's going to be short, it looks like. It's 2nd and 9. It'll be 3rd and 1 after a pickup of 8. Get up there and sneak it. Maybe take a deep shot from inside the, down right at the 25 and a half. Where's the knee down at? Right there at 26-yard line. Ball's right there. Yeah, 3rd and inches. 3rd and 1, they say. Gabe Davis coming to block out of the eye. And then Allen finds him wide open. Caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. And nobody circles the wagons to kick off the year like the Buffalo Bills. A 9-play, 75-yard touchdown drive that took up about 5 minutes. Yeah, good play call. Good play action. I was going to say take a deep shot from about the 30, but he's down, 25. Yeah, he blocked, got off, and then as they sold the fake, and he's wide open. You can't get more wide open on that. And now we're going to go fishing. Tyler Bass for the extra point. Kicks up and good. 7-0 Bills. 7-0 Bills with 9:56 to play in the opening quarter. And NFL football is back. We'll get the Rams offense out on the field when we return, but Josh Allen finished that drive perfect. 5 of 5 for 58 yards passing and a touchdown. 26-yard passing touchdown, I might add, to Gabe Davis. Devin Singletary, 2 carries, 9 yards. Allen has a carry for 7 yards. Gabe Davis has catch for 26 yards in the score, and then Diggs has 2 catches, 18 yards. Whereas they're trying to get the backs in the receiving game as well. Singletary and Moss both have a catch apiece for 8 yards. So, 7-0 from Buffalo, 9:56 to play in the opening quarter. Not necessarily a good look by the Rams defense, especially on the opening drive. I figured, of course I was wrong, I figured wrong. A couple 3-and-outs, maybe a field goal or two, but I didn't think Buffalo would drive the way they just did, making it look easy and put up 7. But that was a good play call. No more Brian Dable. He is the head coach now of the New York Football Giants. But Sean McDermott is, in fact, the Bill head coach still. And Leslie Frazier, the defense coordinator, former Miami Hurricane quarterback Ken Dorsey, is, in fact, the new Bills offense coordinator. So, good play call there. Gabe Davis gets wide open. Hell, he had, 4 or 5? Got like 100 touchdowns in the game against the Chiefs. And they still lost in overtime because they didn't touch football, unfortunately. Of course, like I said, that overtime rule has changed. Each team going to get a possession if we go to extras. But coming back from break, Pizza, Little Caesars out Pizza the Hut. And Pizza Hut is no longer the proud pizza sponsor in the National Football League. It's Little Caesars. The Lions were on Hard Knocks. Eminem showed up the other night. Jared Goff, the former Ram quarterback, is now the Lions starting quarterback because they traded for Matthew Stafford, and look what he did. He went and won the fucking Super Bowl last year. Now they get the ball on offense for the first time this year after a return out to about the 18-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there for the Rams. And they're going to introduce us to their respective offense. We are, once again, a couple Penn Staters playing tonight. A-Rob, the new Ram wide receiver, as he's bounced around the league the past couple years, former Jaguar and Bear, now Ram. But it all starts up front, and this is for anybody, just not for the Rams or the Bills, it's for anybody. All starts up front. You got to be able to block, to run the football, open up the pass. Buffalo's balanced on that drive. Handoff from Stafford, and Darrell Henderson gets about 5 yards or so. Be second and medium. But, you got to be able to block, run, open up the pass. Buffalo's offense obviously caught the Rams' defense off guard with that play action. It worked for them, cost the Rams touchdown, got a first penalty, and it'll be a false start. 5 yards, they'll replay the down, so 2nd and 10 about. Speaking of the offensive line, up front, false start or a hold, maybe even a chop block, but and now the Bills are in town. Second and 10, so take the 5-yard run off the board basically because the penalty cost them. 2nd and 10 back at the 17. Henderson again, so 3rd and about 8 after a 2-yard run. So no doubt about it, unless the Rams pick a first down here. Opening drives to begin the game. The Bills, no doubt about it, looking better on offense and defense because they drove and scored and then got off the field on a quick 3-and-out on D. Whereas the Rams, they let them drive and score. They can't move the football. So 3rd and 8 officially from the 19. Trips in a bunch, top of your screen, right to left for the Rams. Stafford stepping up, pump fakes, He got elbow surgery over the offseason. That pass, however, is caught by number 10, Cooper Kupp, who was a NFL MVP favorite last year. That award went to discount double check himself once again for the second straight year, number 12, Aaron Rodgers, as the Packers will play the Vikings on Sunday. But yeah, good pump fake by Stafford. Talking about the Lions, former Lion quarterback, it was a straight up trade with him and Goff and a few draft picks, and obviously LA won that because they won the damn Super Bowl. Cup in motion, and Stafford will hand off on a draw to Darrell Henderson once again. So second down, about 8 again. Here's Buffalo's D. We got Penn Staters on both sides of the ball tonight. Quick, hurry up, tight end screen, and a first down for the Rams. Tyler Higbee gets about 11 yards, and a Rams first down. So whose house? Rams' house. From the 47, first and 10, fake the give. Stafford going to dump it off near side. And about a 6-yard gain to Skowronek. Make it 2nd and 5. Stafford going to get sacked by his former teammate, Von Miller. And this Bill defense already causing a false start, and there's a sack. Now really all they need is a turnover. I think if Buffalo can get off the field here, 3rd and 14, which they do. So the Rams, okay, they drove a little bit after a slow start, but then the drive stalls. They're going to have to punt. I was going to say, I think if Buffalo can go off the field here, get the ball back, 5.5 to play in the opening quarter. Both teams still hold 3 timeouts. You like a touchdown in this next drive? You don't need a touchdown, though. You don't want to get anything, though. Of course you want to drive and score points. Field goal for them is going to be perfect. Give yourself some breathing room. They might have to drive the length of the field, though. This punt is going to be down inside the 10 at the 8, so they'll have 92 yards to go, 1st and 10. But we'll see how their offense responds, how they keep it up, if they're going to, which I highly anticipate them doing just that. I honestly just didn't think it'd be this fast of a start, for them at least. Let alone both teams, I thought be as how the Rams opening drive went, and typical, like I said, second quarter, and then go from there. But Buffalo, like I said, you still got McDermott and Josh Allen. They've been together now, and they've won a lot of football games. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. Devin Singletary is your go-to back. Zach Moss has played here a little bit tonight as well. But they drafted James Cook in the draft, and we'll see when he plays. But basically, if they can run the football once again. You saw they got it to Davis on that opening drive. No more Emmanuel Sanders. He retired. But Their defense looked pretty stout, I thought. Still early. Rams are going to have to make some adjustments, no doubt about it. It's week 1, you know. Like, don't overreact come tomorrow or on Monday or Tuesday that your team either won or lost this weekend. It's one game in a 18-week, 17-game season, okay? Season's not over this weekend. It might be over if you're winless middle next month or, you know, 500 in December. Unless you could, you know, win this game, get some help from another, make it into the playoffs potentially. Whole new season at that point. NFL Plus is new this year. If anybody knows any details about that, you know, after this weekend or the next couple weeks with, you know, how that's been going with live games now actually back, feel free to let me know in the comments. But yeah, we'll see what Buffalo does now here on offense. Handoff, 1st and 10 officially from the 9. There's Devin Singletary out to the 16. Remember, Ken Dorsey, when he was at Miami, he had Frank Gore, he had Willis McGahee as his running backs. They ran the football, okay? And they played damn good defense. Buffalo's blue collar as it gets. Like I said, if they can run the football and Josh Allen doesn't do too much, doesn't do anything stupid, you know, the Bills are going to be perfectly fine because they look perfectly fine on their opening drive. Well, 2nd and 3 after a 7-yard pickup. Allen goes down the sack. It'll be 3rd down and about 5. So with 4:14 to play and counting in this opening quarter, going to be a big 3rd down here for the Rams defense. If they can get off the field, you know, keep this to 7, get the ball back, drive, cut the lead, score, tie it up. It's first quarter. Talking like it's 5 minutes to go, but slant over the middle, caught. Pass was a little behind, but Diggs still able to bring it in for a reception. Another Buffalo Bill 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down. That's a good thing for Buffalo. If they can, and it's for any team too, convert on 3rd down, especially on the road, hostile environment. Get back to running the ball, open up the pass some, you're fine. You know, like Aaron Rodgers said it in 5 letters about 8 years ago. RELAX, relax, it's gonna be okay. But 1st and 10 and the 25, bubble screen caught, and that is number 80, the former Skin, Jameson Crowder. He'll come out as Isaiah McKenzie enters. Cole Beasley also no longer with the team. Like I said, OBJ was there with the Rams celebration team that they had for the banner. Still unsigned. You know, rumored to be returning to LA. Potentially rumored to be coming to Buffalo. You know, does he sign with the winner of this game? I think he's going to wait until like halfway through the year. And then he finds a team that, remember, he's coming off of a knee injury too. So, like I said, halfway through the year, 9 months, not being pregnant from February until November, when he was traded at the deadline last year from Cleveland to LA, might return, might sign elsewhere. Keep an eye for OBJ somewhere middle of the season to sign with somebody who he thinks, you know, could be a contender that at that point in time might get hot and, you know, have himself get another ring by the end of the year. Got a penalty flag on the play. Got a personal foul. Horse collar tackle on the defense. 15 yards, automatic first down. See if it was horse collar tackle. Yeah, that's a good call. Dawson Knox on the reception. And, yeah. Horse collar's normally from behind. He grabbed him from the inside of the right shoulder pad and, like, slammed him down on his side. But technically that's still a horse collar tackle. So, yeah, they throw it and give Buffalo first down at the 32. Allen dumps it off. Stephon Diggs breaking a few tackles and then just decides to go down. So, yeah, Josh Allen's still perfect. He was 5 of 5 on the opening drive of the touchdown. Now he's 10 of 10 for officially 99 yards on the dot. So the Rams on defense have a lot of problems. However, it's 2nd and 7 for Buffalo. Under a minute to play in this first quarter of NFL football this regular season this year. Out of the gun again, 3 wide. Josh Allen. Pass intercepted. So we jinxed him. He's now 10 of 11 for 99 yards and a touchdown. Interception was intended for number 6, Isaiah McKenzie. And then the Rams end up picking it off. See a replay. Caught. Yeah. Just couldn't hold on to it as he was going down, and the Rams were right there to pick it off. So turnover early, like I said. And you don't want to turn it over, but if you can force turnover, you got to be able to capitalize. So we'll see if the Rams can capitalize here or not. Still down 7-zip. Buffalo, but 39 seconds to play in the quarter. Josh Allen, 10 of 11, 99 yards, touchdown to pick. Sacked once, as was Matthew Stafford. Stafford 4-4, 44 yards. Devin Singletary has 3 carries, 16 yards, so give me a hell yeah. Stephon Diggs, 4 catches, 31 yards. That pass, the interception, was intended for Isaiah McKenzie. He has a catch of 12 yards. He would have had, 2 catches? That would have went for, looks to be a first down, right at the sticks. So he would have, of course, had a few more yards receiving there. Gabe Davis, the catch for 26 yards in the score. The Rams, surprisingly, it's just Darrell Henderson right now, but, anymore, it seems like everybody goes by committee anyway. At that position. So Henderson, he has 3 carries, 8 yards. We'll see who else they add in tonight at tailback. Cooper Kupp has 2 catches, 29 yards. We're ready for the pizza. Little Caesars, once again, the new official pizza sponsor of the National Football League. Who would have thought anybody could out-pizza the Hut? And it was Little Caesars. So good for them. We're seeing the split screen commercial now. Normally they go from a split screen to a full screen. They just went from a full screen to a split screen as they're going to be coming back from break here as Josh Allen's trying to figure out how the hell that was intercepted. But just a good defensive play. And now we'll see if the Rams on offense here can capitalize, as mentioned, and either cut this lead or tie it up. But if you had Buffalo earlier, speaking of the split screen commercial, DraftKings, FanDuel, it's legal now, folks, if you don't know. It has been for a while. That depending on, even if they win or lose, there was a promo bet that if you pick the Bills to go up 7 at any point in time in the game, or the Rams to go up 7 at any point in time in the game, and Buffalo went up 7, you win automatically. So, a little tidbit for you there if you don't know, but can't place that bet now because this game has started. It was a pre-game bet, as the gambling world is on another high with football season beginning, but when isn't it? So, a run for a few yards, that pass complete, but at the end of one, the Buffalo Bills lead the LA Rams 7-0. The Rams are going to have a third down and about 3 to begin the second quarter play when we return. So, 7-0 Bills. We'll see the Rams once again capitalize off this turnover, convert on third down, let alone. Got to keep the drive going first off. But, that being said, I mean, Buffalo, I wouldn't say they got lucky on their first drive. The Ram defense just, I don't think they were expecting them to not necessarily go that fast, but they were caught off guard by a few play calls. It seemed like, they were able to tackle them up front, but then that's what a good play action offense does. And a good offense in general does. A good team does. When you can play good defense, but when you run the ball and keep running the football and you're balanced as all hell, okay? You're throwing in some pass there too, but you keep running the football and then you beat them deep. And that's exactly what the Bills did on their opening drive. Gabe Davis is wide open, touchdown. And that was about with 10 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Here we're at the other one. It's 7-0 Bills. Rams third and short to begin the second quarter when we return once again. But, the Rams opening drive looked like it was going to be a quick 3-and-out. It wasn't. They still had to punt because the drive stalled. But then they get the turnover. Okay, so now here we are, like I said earlier. Turnovers, and for the most part, you can capitalize off of them. But who makes more plays on defense? Okay? I think it's pretty split right now. We're only 15 minutes in, though. I might be getting a little too far ahead of myself, no doubt about it. But, just like I said, happy football is back. So here we are. Got to convert. Got to drive and score. At least cut it. Maybe tie it up. But maybe take a deep shot here at the beginning of the quarter. Yeah, 3rd and 4 officially. Empty set. Now Henderson going to motion back. He dumps off. And nowhere for him to go. The Bill defense is right there. So turnover or not, they get off the field on D, which is a good sign. You can convert on third down on offense, and you get the hell off on defense. And the Rams are going to have to punt here again. So turnover or not, the Bills are getting the football back. And, you got to hold on to it. The interception, it wasn't Allen's fault by any means. It just was after it was caught. The defender's right there, and he strips it. It was a pick because they both caught it at the same time, but he came down with it. So, punt field to the 12, and Crowder gets to the 31, maybe the 32. And Buffalo have first down and 10 from there. The Bills were a good team last year. They were. Like I said, they should have beat the Chiefs. I thought they would have. I think they would have beaten the Bengals and gotten the Super Bowl. Whether or not they would have played the Rams as they are tonight, or the 49ers, who knows. But the Rams beat the Bengals. They're going to defend their crown starting tonight. They're down 7. Buffalo on their third drive, 1st and 10. And Josh Allen began the game 10 of 10. It was perfect. Okay, but then the interception on his last pass. We'll see if they can give him some confidence, run the football, but get back to the pass. Just forget about it. You got to have a short-term memory. Dump off, and Zach Moss gets 2 on the reception and out of bounds, so 2nd and 8. And You know, he ain't worried about it because the defense got off the field and the Rams didn't do anything. They couldn't capitalize, which is even with it being early, still something I'd be worried about because if you can't do it now, what makes you think you're going to be able to do it later? So, 2nd and 8 handoff. There's James Cook. He fumbles his first NFL carry, and he fumbles it. And guess who has it? Guess who's recovered? And it's the LA Ram defense. Speaking of turnovers, the Bills on 2 straight drives now have turned the ball over. The Rams couldn't capitalize off the first. They punt. 3rd time's a charm potentially for the Rams here. Remember, Buffalo went and drove and scored on their opening drive. Since then, interception and a fumble. Was he down? No, that ball's out. And the Rams defense recovers. Whereas with the Rams, like I said, the Bills drove and scored and then turnover. The Rams punted. They got the interception, but they still had to punt. Get the fumble. What do you do now? So, turnovers, they are a killer. First and 10 from the 36. Under center, Stafford. Left to right now. Crush Dublin screen rating on a dial for them as we're early in the second quarter. Handoff and nowhere to go. So, I mean, at least the Bill defense is able to stop the run, it seems like. You know, the Rams D up front, too, they've been able to stop the run, it seems like. Not as good as this Bill defense, though, is right now. But, you know, up front, right, we had one picked off. That's 3rd turnover in as many minutes on 3 straight possessions. 2 for the Bills, now this one for the Rams. Stafford near side threw way behind his intended target and intercepted right on the spot by the Bills. So Buffalo gets the ball back. It was intended for Tyler Higbee, number 89. And, yeah, a lot of nerves right now that need shot. You got to settle down. You got to relax. Don't let the game be too big. You've been in this situation before. Turnover on 3 straight drives. 2 by the Bills, there's 1 by the Rams. So, talking about the run game, and then they pass, which, all right, whatever. But then, like, you can't be making a throw like that and, you know, expect to have it not get intercepted. So, yeah, the Bill defense up front is able to stop the run because Henderson only has 4 carries for 8 yards. Okay, Singletary still only has 3 carries, 16 yards, as I mentioned a little bit ago. But, yeah, only 1 rush was for a big first down gain, like 8-yard run. Everything else has been, you know, yard or 2 or, you know, tackle for loss in the backfield. So at that rate, it's who's going to, you know, be able to open up the middle of the field, get your tight ends, you know, make a play or 2, whether it be an explosive play with a trick play or not, just catch defense off guard and hopefully you can capitalize. And once again, speaking of capitalization, the Rams, okay, defensively, they've gotten an interception and a fumble. They punted, and then they turn it over themselves with a interception, so the Bills are getting the football back, by God. So at this rate, who knows what's going to happen? You know, we just got to let this play out, but I mean, there's there's really honestly not much else to be said. I'll shut the hell up and get back to some live watch-along reactions here, play-by-play. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Well, regardless of the coverage, regardless of the play, the pass was thrown completely fucking behind him, and it deserved to be picked off, and it was. So Buffalo first down, and what, a 6-yard pickup far side? 2nd down and 4 for Buffalo. Second and 5 officially. Josh Allen going to hand off. And Randy Moss's long-lost son, Zach, gets a few yards. His real-life son, though, Thaddeus, was on the Washington practice squad, maybe? Doesn't really matter. But 3rd and 2 from the 40. Just when you see the last name Moss, you think of Randy Moss. At least I do. Pass complete at midfield, complete to Gabe Davis. 1st and 10. You might also think of, moss that grows on trees. But football-wise, I don't know about that, Chris Collinsworth, saying Josh Allen's looking like Tom Brady right now. I don't know about Josh Allen's relationship status, but, from taking a leave of absence during training camp and, maybe going to be on The Masked Singer after coming out of retirement, has Brady and Giselle reportedly not living with each other right now. So we'll see how bad that gets. Honestly, who gives a shit? Because Brady's still playing football, so we're going to, breathe it in while we still can. Pass complete to Stephon Diggs. Inside the 30, down at the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, and Buffalo's knocking on the door already. Trip stop your screen. Josh Allen. Quick screen near side. And 2 yards. And broken tackle gets 4 yards and 25. 2nd down. Now Buffalo, it seems like, they forgot about the turnovers. They're getting back to how they were on their opening drive, and this, Ram defense is like they were playing on their Bills' opening drive as well and gave them a touchdown. Because their offense can't move the damn ball either. They punted twice and they turned it over. At least the Bills have 7 points to show for it. From the 25, 2nd and 6, another screen near side. And Zach Moss get about 2.5, maybe 3. He's lucky 3rd down. Yeah, 3rd and 4 officially here. I'd go Dawson Knox. I'd go to Dawson Knox. Josh Allen, pass near side, incomplete. Intended for Gabe Davis. He wanted a penalty, ain't going to get it. And here comes Tyler Bass for about a 42, 43-yard field goal. More like a 41-yard field goal from the 23-yard line, excuse me. But they're at the 25 for some reason. So, yeah. Here comes Bass. with capital B and ASS. And he's going to say kiss it as the extra point. Make it a field goal is up and good. 10-0 Bills as they capitalize off of the interception. 8:48 to play in the half. 10-0 Buffalo at LA. Rams going to get it back when we return. 2 punts and interception though. Down 10. I still get, 2-minute warning to come. You still got up 3 timeouts, but you haven't shown me that you can move the ball more than 20 yards without either punting or turning it over, which a punt and a fumble or an interception, it's all turnover anyway because you turn the ball back over to the other team. It's just how it's rolled in the stat book, whether it was an actual turnover with an interception or a fumble, let alone a turnover on downs, or a punt. So they were trying to get Cam Akers involved, it seemed like, on their last drive, but there's the interception and defense gives up 3. So, Cup ain't playing bad. But look at the Buffalo offense compared to the Ram offense right now. Okay, Josh Allen and Matthew Stafford, of course. But Allen's been able to dish it out to a few different receivers, including his running backs out of the backfield, too, on some screens. Because Stephon Diggs has 5 catches, 52 yards receiving. Gabe Davis now has 3 catches, 41 yards receiving, and a touchdown. Passes, field goal, makes it 10-0, 8:48 to play in the first half once again. And then Zach Moss has 2 carries, 4 yards on the ground, but 4 catches, 16 yards receiving. Isaiah McKenzie has a catch for 12 yards. Jamison Crowder has a catch for 11 yards. Singletary, 3 for 16 on the ground, has a catch for 6 yards as well. Dawson Knox, a catch for 5 yards. But as Josh Allen is 16 of 18 for a $143 touchdown and pick, Stafford 6 of 7, 50 yards and interception, which resulted in a Bill field goal. So that's the difference right now, even though they do trail by 10. They capitalize off of a turnover, whereas Buffalo in their opening drive, they drove and scored a touchdown. So we'll see if, the turnovers come back to bite them, and we'll see what the difference is later on. Darrell Henderson, 4 carries, 8 yards. But then Cooper Kupp, he has 3 catches, 35 yards, and Tyler Higbee has a catch for 10 yards. You have 53 guys on the active roster, correct? Yes. They're out there playing right now as well. Get them the football. The Bills have been able to do that. The Rams not so much, and they trail by 10. Got a kick out of bounds on the kickoff. Be 1st and 10, LA. Ball at the 40. They zoom in on Stafford's right elbow that he had surgery on at some point in time over the offseason. Really, it just broke recently. He'll hand off, though. Henderson for 4 yards. At least they're still trying to establish a running game, because then you find a running game, you open up the pass game, run to pass, pass to run, catch them off guard. But then if you can get back in this game, you're playing at home, you got the momentum with the crowd, you have that running game, you might be able to close it out with that running game and, work some clock and find a way to win when it's all said and done. So 2nd and 6 from the 44. Stafford rolls out, and it'll be caught and dropped, incomplete. And who the hell was that on his target? Looked like 15. Might have been 19. I think it was 15, though. 2-2. Yes, it was. 2-2. Atwell. Cooper Kupp's in the backfield, lined up as a running back. Now he's going to motion out, trips top of your screen, 3rd and 6. And over the middle, it's caught first down. Okay, they're trying to establish a run game. Cooper Kupp has some receptions, and then Skoranek has another. So they finally convert on first down, it feels like, even though they already have once or twice. But yeah, this is a big drive for the Rams. Because if they, remember, can't cut this lead before halftime, no doubt about it. They'll get the ball to begin the third quarter because they kicked off. But if they can do something now, get off the field, maybe do something again before halftime, and then get the ball back to begin the third quarter, they might, take this game over. And Buffalo at that point really want to have a touch the ball for a while. Got a flag on the play. See what the dirty laundry is from the Zebras. Got a hold on the defense. Automatic first down. First and 10 after the penalty from 36. Fake the give, rolls out. Cooper Kupp wide open, and he'll get about 6 on the reception before he scoops his way out of bounds. So 2nd and down. Be sure to call Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth for beard tips. From the 30, empty set, 2nd and 4. And Stafford goes down the sack, and for the time being, he ain't getting up. He finally does, but it'll be 3rd and a mile. Triple nickel to play in the half. It's the 2nd sack by the Bill defense on Matt Stafford. Another empty set. Pie, 3rd and 14. And he'll find a man in Allen Robinson, but he's going to be short of the line of gain. It'll be 4th down. And where are they at officially? Are they going to go for this? Where's the ball spotted? It's 4th and 2. Try to draw him offside. It's called timeout. Kick it. I'd kick it to begin with. Got 6 seconds on the play clock. Yeah, from the 28, you kick this. Timeout, timeout. No, they get it off. Bubble screen to Cooper Kupp, but then a gang tackle right at the first down marker, but then they push the pile and the Rams get the first down. So, yeah, what a play. No, it wasn't. They should have called it timeout. They should have kicked to begin with. Live, so unless they turn it over, end up scoring at this point, because you still might end up kicking a field goal. But then the play itself, as the play clock was running down, yeah, could have called timeout. Could have been delay game, and 4th and 7, you got to kick it then. It'd be a 5-yard longer field goal. Would have been about 46, make it 51. Yeah, they gave that to them. But they do give them an extra second from when the play clock hits 0 and when the ball snapped. Now we got a timeout. I don't know if somebody called a timeout or if they're reviewing the play or what, but right now it's Rams first down. Ball around the 25, 26-yard line. But yeah, so the play itself then, on top of that, bubble screen near side, complete the cut back in. Looked like he was going to get it, and then it looked like he wasn't going to get it because they hit him pretty good. But then he just continued to power his way, and then a little bit of push with the gang tackle and some offensive linemen coming up from behind, and first down Rams. So drive stays alive. They're still going to try to cut this lead, whether with a field goal or touchdown. They'll still be down for the time being as they are down 10-0 right now. So it might be 10-3. 10-7, still might be 10-0, but they'll get the ball to begin the third quarter, I might add, too. So, ain't over just yet, but they haven't really looked compared to the Bills. Even with both teams turning the ball over on just stupid plays, stupid turnovers, the Rams haven't looked as good as Buffalo, I don't think. Defensively, both teams are pretty even, I'd say, but Josh Allen's made some better plays than Stafford has already. But now Stafford's starting to drive, and it's just taking them a little longer. And sometimes for some people, it just takes a little longer to learn something. And sometimes you got to learn the hard way until you get your head out of your ass and move on. So I'll leave it at that. I mean, like I said, there's not really much else to be said, but of course, you guys can let me know what you thought of the game thus far in the comments below. But it's the first game of the year. You got to work the kinks out, And until you do, you're not necessarily going to be stuck, but you're not moving that far, if that makes sense. So there's Roger Goodell. First and 10, and Darrell Henderson, a big run, longest run by their team tonight, down inside the 10 at the 7, first and goal, Rams. I wonder who Goodell's rooting for. Probably the Rams, because they're in LA. They won the Super Bowl last year. And also they're down, so you always want to, for ratings, the team that's down to make it a better game late, root for whoever's losing to have them come back and tie it or win it. But Henderson on another run, second and goal. First half, not necessarily flown by, but hard to believe, 3:23 to play in the half now at this point. Got to punch it in, though, if you're LA at this rate. You got to. You can't settle for field goal now. You got to score a touchdown. You went for it on fourth down. You converted. Big run there, and now you got a second and goal, and you're going to work an empty set from the 5. Stafford, back corner near side of the end zone, caught, touchdown LA. And Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp with the score. Makes it 10-6 pending the upcoming extra point. And we're 3 minutes on the dot. Nice 11-play touchdown drive. Left foot, jog the right. Excuse me, and touchdown. What the hell? Scissor me, daddy ass. Matt Gay, good on the extra point. 10-7 Bills as the Rams finally do something on offense and drive and score a touchdown. So 10-7. 3 minutes on the dot to play in the half. Buffalo getting the ball back with 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. So, as the Rams are getting the ball to begin the third quarter, if Buffalo doesn't drive and score, whether that be a field goal or a touchdown, there's something seriously wrong. If LA can get off the field on defense, get the ball back with, maybe a timeout or two, maybe all 3 still. Highly doubt that much, but decent field position, drive and score. Whether that be also a field goal or a touchdown, tie it or take the lead, and then you get the ball to begin the third quarter, that's even better for them because then you're trying to establish this running game. On top of that, you're playing at home, and into that third quarter you go. You should be all right. So, we'll see how this first half ends. Buffalo's been balanced offensively, but they've also been balanced on their respective 4 drives. Because they drove and scored, they turned it over, and then they scored. Touchdown, field goal, 10-7, so this is their 5th drive. Correct? I believe so. And make it or break it at this point, especially going into halftime. And then if, especially if you don't, but if you do, okay, you're all right. Especially though if you don't do anything right now, and then come, middle third quarter, once you get the ball back, because the Rams are going to get it to begin the third quarter, you might not have a lead. So we'll see what happens here, but he's back all right. Tom Brady, back for his millionth season. Yeah, 23rd overall season, out of Michigan, former Patriot, now Buck in his 3rd year. They play the Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. MJ with the promo hyping up Sunday Night Football and Tom Brady's return. But, yeah, both quarterbacks have played all right. I mean, it's just need more consistency, it seems like, on offense. Like I said, Buffalo on offense, they've been balanced. Allen's making some more plays though than Stafford is, it seems like. They've both turned it over. But the run game, yeah, exactly. It's there, but it's far from being there. 3 yards up the middle, 2nd down. But yeah, we'll see what the Bills do here on this drive. Like I said, if they can do something here, extend their lead, put the pressure on the Rams, and then you find your running game, well, there you go. You're in business. 2nd and 8, pump fake on the screen pass, and then Josh Allen goes down in the sack. So 3rd and long, but timeout. 2:16 to play. Somebody's called timeout. Or are we going to 2-minute warning? Timeout Rams, good timeout. 3rd and 12 for Buffalo, because then, yeah, you get a 4th down here, force them to punt, take it 2-minute warning. You still got 2 timeouts and the ball back to either tie it up or take the lead going into halftime, and then you get the ball to begin the third quarter. So, big play here for the Bills. Even bigger play, though, I think, for the Rams if they can get the ball back here because you don't want to give a big play. Get a flag, 12 on D, 5-yard penalty, still third down. So rather than 3rd and 12, it would be 3rd and 7. And even coming off a timeout, how the hell do you get 12 on defense? Yeah, just stupid mistakes. Like, the Rams are just shooting themselves in the foot right now. Number 28, 3rd and 7. Josh Allen pass complete to Stephon Diggs and a first down Buffalo. So now, with 2:12, well, he gets out of bounds so the clock's and stop. The Bills might be in a good position to do something. Yeah, Jalen Ramsey just being thrown in the washer. That'll take us to 2-minute warning. So with 2 minutes to play in the first half, Buffalo leads LA 10-7. They'll have 1st and 10 with 3 timeouts. Yeah, like I said, if they don't drive and score, there's something wrong. Got to find a running game, though, still. Both teams. It's pathetic that in 2022, I get the game's changed, okay? Last year, though, I felt like, and I've said this a few times, first time tonight, that I thought last year it was the return of the running game. Because in previous years to that, it's like, because everybody goes by committee, which, okay, that's still fine, but you still got to be able to run the damn ball, especially with the game on the line. You have a lead, work the clock. Like, you got to be balanced. You can't be throwing 70 times a game and expect to win, because the more you throw, the more chances it's going to be picked off. Okay, the more they run, you can also say better chance or more chances you can also fumble. We had no shit. But you throw it, there's the chance of getting incomplete. You run it, clock's going to roll. Run the football. And so we'll see if this year, that continues with teams, getting back to old school, basic, fundamentally sound football and running the damn ball or not. But I get, you give it your all. It's frustrating whenever you're trying to do this, but you can't. Whether it's because the defense is just that good or you just fucking suck. Like, until you work the kinks out, until you find some momentum, consistency, balanced, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's like, what the hell are you doing, But here we go. 2 minutes to play, 1st and 10, Buffalo, pass, intercepted. And another turnover by the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen has now thrown 2 picks. They fumbled as well. However, the Rams, even with 2 timeouts, minute 52 to play, down 3, they have still yet to be able to capitalize off of the Bills' turnovers. Just think, if they've been able to capitalize, they might have a, 4, 10, 11, 14-point lead right now, getting the ball back. And this is a whole new ball game, a whole different ball game than what it is. But they haven't been able to. So, like I said, big drive by the Bills there. They've been balanced. Allen's making mistakes. As I said, it seems like he tries to do too much. That pass, okay, one-on-one, we just went from a minute 52 to 1 second for whatever reason. They fixed the clock, okay. But yeah, another turnover. Turnovers kill you. Turnovers absolutely kill you. Big drive by the Bills. They turn it over. Now the Rams, big drive for them, 2 timeouts in Bill territory, I might add, starting at the 45-yard line. So fake the toss, excuse me. Stafford going to roll out, shuffle it, but it's incomplete, intended for Higbee. Buffalo recovers it, acting as if it was a fumble, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. But, yeah, that's 5 drives now for the Bills. You drove and scored. You turned it over, you kicked the field goal, and you turned it over again. The Rams, at least, momentum seems to be on their side, even though they still haven't been able to capitalize off of any turnovers. The Bills capitalize off Stafford's interception with a field goal. That's why they're up 10-7, unless this game would be tied right now after the Cooper Kupp touchdown on the Rams' last drive, because they punted, they turned it over, and then they scored. 2nd and 10, ball sails, and it's incomplete. Intended for Kupp, so incomplete. 3rd and 10, $1:45 to play. Stafford got a penalty on the play. Might be a defensive hold. It was intended for Cooper Kupp. Yeah, during the pass, holding on the defense, automatic first down. So we'll see where they spot the ball. Yeah, that's a good call. That's clear as day. Minute 40 to go. 1st and 10 Rams. Trying to tie it up, if not take the lead, and then also get the ball to begin the 3rd quarter. From the 40. 1st and 10. Stafford. Near side caught. Cooper Kupp, and 9 yards for him. Second and short. They'll get up and go. Handoff. Nowhere for Cam Akers to go. 3rd and short. Clock's ticking. Third and 1. And they'll fake the end around, fake the give. Stafford going to tuck it and run, and he'll get the first down out of bounds. So they still got a first down out of that. Still got 2 timeouts and 34 seconds. So they won't hurry up. It cost them. They slow it down. They get the first down. Oh, shit. He had a man wide open coming over the middle. He hits him in stride. It's turn and go, and he's in the end zone probably. That was Allen Robinson. The Bills are going to call their first timeout. So, all right. Both will have 2 remaining when we return from this quick break. 1st and 10. Rams after that first down pickup by Matthew Stafford. But he got the first down and got out of bounds. Clock stopped. So they'll, it seems like, pick it back up a little bit. Not real fast, but, still a little hurry up. Bills, in the meantime, call timeout. Try to stop him. At least slow it down. So, going to be an interesting finish now to this first half. Coming up at halftime, as always, first half stats and scores. We're going to recap at some point in time tonight as well the start of the college football season. So stay tuned for that. But then we're also going to preview this weekend in college football and the NFL on Sunday and Monday night. So stick around, stay tuned for that. And meantime, from 29, 1st and 10 for the Rams. And Stafford's going to go down the sack, so you might want to call a timeout. Have a second down and long, 26 seconds, 1 timeout. to try to get back into field goal range because you're, back at the 40 now after about a 10-yard loss. And I mean, you probably should have ran it right then and there. Probably, run a draw. They're getting too heavy now on pass. You got to be balanced. Cup's wide open too, but they can't block up front. He goes down in the sack. Man. Bubble screen caught by Cup, and then he's going the wrong way. You got to go north-south with that, not east-west. Now third down, clock's ticking. It doesn't seem like they're in any hurry. Neither are the Bills. And, well, they might call their third and final and just heave it. But, hell, even a long-ass field goal. 4 seconds to go. Does Matt Gay have the leg? Yeah, it'll be about a 57, 58-yard field goal for the Rams if they decide to kick it here. Bills have a couple timeouts at ice, and they won't wish. A 57-yard field goal to tie it to end the first half. Kick's going to be up, and the kick's going to be good. 10-10 at halftime. 10-10 Bills and Rams at halftime in the first game of the 2022 season. And what a change of events we've seen in this first 30 minutes. Good to have football back and good to have a game for sure, yes. Man, Buffalo started out red hot, and then they turned it over. They got the ball back again. Guess what they did again? They also turned it over. Then they kicked the field goal. And then right before halftime, they turned it over again. 3 turnovers by the Bills. Okay? The Rams on the flip side, they've also turned over as well, and Buffalo capitalized with a field goal. Okay? Just as the Rams did to end the half. So 10-10 is your halftime score. But the Rams started out with 2 punts, then the interception the Bills capitalized on, then they scored, and then they kicked the field goal. So I know I said about the Bills being balanced. Yeah, they're balanced and turning the fucking ball over every other drive, it seems like. Touchdown, turnover, field goal, turnover. Whereas with the Rams, slow start, slow and steady wins the race. What did I say earlier? Until they settle down. I didn't think we'd see this many turnovers by any means, but, midway through the second quarter, right into halftime, here we are tied at 10. But 2 punts, turnover, touchdown, field goal. Rams at home, tying it up at 10-4, going into halftime. They'll get the ball to begin the third quarter as well. They're in a good spot. I think a better spot than the Buffalo Bills are. It's a 6-minute game. It ain't one first play, first drive, even though sometimes it is. We'll see what the difference is later on. But it's completely switched. We put this game on its head, and it's stood up. 10-10 is your halftime score. And the Rams, I believe, have the momentum going into halftime. because they did more late in the second half than the Bills did. Even though it's still 10-10, both teams scored with passing touchdowns and then also kicked the field goal. And the Ram field goal was longer, but it's still only 3 points, so 10-10 is your score. But both teams, on top of all this, have to find a running game. Josh Allen, 17-20, has 153 yards passing, a touchdown, 2 interceptions, and has been sacked twice. Matthew Stafford is 13-17 for 95 yards passing, has a touchdown, interception, and has been sacked 3 times. So all these sacks, all these turnovers, 10-10 low-scoring game at halftime, thank you, it's a defensive showdown. But there's still no fucking running game. Devin Singletary has 4 carries, 18 yards rushing. Josh Allen, 1 carry, 7 yards, which I believe was on their opening drive. Zach Moss, 2 of 4, and James Cook has a carry for 2 yards, but he also fumbled. And he hasn't been back in since. So, good start by him in his first ever NFL game here tonight. Darrell Henderson now, he does have, just a minute ago, 4 carries, 8 yards. Now it's 7-33. So the Rams are trying to establish a running game, which is a good sign. And now they've tied it up. Defensively, as Ozzy Osbourne is performing the NFL Kickoff halftime show. So we went from the Super Bowl halftime show we saw back in February with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, and Mary J. Blige with 50 Cent in the club. Now Ozzy Osbourne's performing the halftime show of the NFL Kickoff. We're not going to see it. It's going to give us some highlights. It's the NFL Kickoff. It's not the fucking Super Bowl. But still Ozzy Osbourne though. So, yep. Teams got to find a running game. Teams have to find a running game. The Rams are trying to find it. It seems like it's there. You know, they're storming back. They've tied it up. Still got 30 minutes of football to be played, though. Okay? So, just as the first quarter started, how does the third quarter start? Because the Bills went and drove. And then after that, it was sideways, it felt like. The Rams slows molasses in the wintertime, and then they get unstuck, touchdown, and a field goal. Still tied at 10, though, because the Bills did enough early, and then they capitalized off the turnover, up 10-7, and then touchdown and a field goal by the Rams here. 10-10 is your halftime score once again. So, honestly, defensively in the second half, who's going to make more stops? I think whoever can and find a running game is going to end up winning this game. Of course, you can let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. But once again, here are your first half stats and scores. Josh Allen is 17-20 for a $153, touchdown and 2 interceptions. Matthew Stafford, 13-17, 95 yards passing, a touchdown and interception. Singletary has 4 carries, 18 yards. Henderson has 7 carries, 33 yards. Stephon Diggs and Cooper Kupp, not that big of a surprise, lead the Bills and Rams in receiving. Diggs 6 for 62, Kupp 8 of 56, and a touchdown. Gabe Davis has the Bill touchdown. He has 3 catches, 41 yards receiving, and a score. Zach Moss 4 of 16, Isaiah McKenzie 1 of 12. I don't think he's been back in since the interception either. So Buffalo's playing the guys who aren't fucking up, because James Cook fumbled, hasn't been back in. Isaiah McKenzie has a catch, but then the interception, which, you know, really wasn't Josh Allen's fault, wasn't his fault either. Defender just made a good play on it, but he has a catch for 12 yards. Crowder 1 of 11, Singletary and Knox. 1 of 6 and 1 of 5. Both these teams with the tight ends, too, as Higbee only has to catch for 10 yards. Neither team has really gone to the tight end enough, in my opinion. Tight ends, quarterback's second best friend behind a good running game up front. Cooper Kupp, 8 catches, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Skoranek, 2 of 16. A-Rob has a catch for 12 yards. They intended another pass, I believe, to him, and it fell incomplete. Higbee has a catch for 10 yards. And then Henderson, 1 of 1. Like I said, sacks and turnovers. 1 fumble by James Cook. Josh Allen has 2 interceptions. Matthew Stafford has an INT as well. Quarterbacks total have been sacked 5 times. So, 10-10, low-scoring first half. It's defense showdown. I mean, you can't get much more old schooler than this. I would say let's go streaking, but there's no running game. So until find a running game, we're going to be not necessarily stuck because these quarterbacks can still ball out. And both these offenses can still score points. But third quarter, fourth quarter, another 30, maybe we go to overtime. It's a whole new ball game. You're starting on an even playing surface once again, even though it's the same game, but it's 10-10. You're tied as you were to begin the game at 0. Okay, nobody got a few legs up before the game started by any means, and they're not getting any to begin this third quarter either. So with that being said, we'll see what happens in this second half. But I feel like these teams have to find a running game. I think the Rams have a better chance of establishing one that could help them win the game. Josh Allen's in a position where, once again, it seems like he's doing too damn much, trying to at least. They're going to have to, even though, go back on to what I said about, you have a problem when you're starting quarterbacks, your leading rusher. If you can't run the ball with your running back, so how are you going to run the football? Josh Allen's going to have to make some plays in the run game, I think, if they're going to want to move the ball and score more. And he's 17 of 20 for 153 yards passing and touchdown. The interceptions and the fumble, okay, 3 turnovers for only 3 points. Whereas they turned it over once, the Rams did, and then you got 3 points out of it. So even with you turning the ball over more, both teams have capitalized off the turnovers with field goals. At this rate, something's got to give. We'll see what does. We still got 30 minutes of football to be played tonight. But I'll leave it at that. Run the damn ball. In the meantime, first off, I know I said, and we will at some point in time, probably during a commercial break or two, during the second half, we're going to recap what's happened to college football thus far, and then preview also this upcoming weekend. But it's time for the NFL, because this is the kickoff game tonight. Season's here. Week 1, got a full slate on Sunday, plus Monday night. And then Thursday night next week will be on Amazon Prime Video. You're going to have to watch that on their app, on us, as it is a streaming service. Watch it on whatever device you're going to watch it on. I'll say that. So we'll see how, Amazon does with Thursday Night Football. The one game I watched in the preseason they had on, the first half hour or so of the kickoff show was like out of whack. The audio and video were not synced up whatsoever, but then they worked the kinks out. To me, Thursday Night Football with Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, it's going to be a lot like Sunday Night Football broadcast, which is a good thing, because myself, I really don't like change. And Al Michaels, former Sunday Night announcer, now he's Thursday night. To me, it seems like it's going to be the same thing, which I said, in my opinion at least, is a good thing. But Bills Rams right now, of course, on Thursday Night Football. Next week, it'll be Chargers and Chiefs. However, on Sunday, the 21st anniversary of 9/11 as well, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll have live watch-along reactions live here on YouTube, so be sure to tune back in, of Steelers and Bengals. Sunday Night Football as well. It'll be Buccaneers and Cowboys. So doubleheader for myself on Sunday. Also Monday Night Football, WWE Monday Night Raw. We'll see the Broncos and Seahawks. Be sure to also tune in on Saturday at high noon on ABC, live here on YouTube though. For college football, live watch-along reactions, the Penn State Lions host the Ohio Bobcats. On Sunday though, in the National Football League, following this Bills-Rams kickoff game on Thursday Night Football, we'll also have the Saints and Falcons, 49ers and Bears, Eagles and Lions. The Patriots will visit South Beach to take on the Dolphins. Ravens and Jets, as Joe Flacco will face his former team. Jaguars and the Skins, the Washington football team, formerly known as Washington Redskins, now the Washington Commanders. So we'll see how that goes. Browns and Panthers, Baker Mayfield gonna fuck up his old team. Colts, Texans, Giants, Titans. The Green Bay Packers will be in Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Chiefs, Cardinals, Raiders in LA against Chargers. Also at SoFi Stadium. So both LA teams home week 1. And then, like I said, Sunday Night Football is Bucks, Cowboys. Monday Night Football, Broncos, Seahawks. But here we go. Second half kicking off. 1st and 10. Rams. Ball at the 11. Toss. Darrell Henderson. And he'll lower shoulder and get about 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Second and 8, Stafford pass caught. Down at the 17 is Henderson. So 3rd down here early in the 3rd. Third and 4 from the 17 empty set. Now Henderson motions back into the backfield. Trips in a bunch near side, right to left for the Rams. Snap a little to Stafford's left. Got it back up, but then goes down the sack. So quick 3 and out for the Rams to begin the 3rd quarter. Still tied at 10 here. They're going to have to punt to begin the 2nd half. And the Bills are getting the ball back. So, honestly, at this rate, it's like, who isn't going to fuck up? And who has the ball last? Because, like, with that, and, who on defense makes some stops, the most stops, more stops, is going to win this game. From the 42... Buffalo will fair catch it, and all the 1st and 10 from there when we return. So, like I said, Bills-Rams tonight, of course. It's 10-10, early 3rd quarter now. On Sunday, New Orleans and Atlanta, San Francisco and Chicago, as we'll see Trey Lance and Justin Fields. However, San Francisco bringing back Jimmy Garoppolo. Good insurance policy, I would think, as the backup if something would in fact happen to Trey Lance, or he's just not as good as they think he is. Steelers without Big Ben will start Mitch Trubisky, followed by Kenny Pickett at quarterback, as they'll be in Cincinnati and hopefully eating some Skyline chili with a W on Sunday, taking on the Bengals. The other Pennsylvania team, the Eagles, they're in Motown taking on the Grit Detroit Lions. We'll see how much true grit they have this year, filling the hands of all the son of a bitch teams they'll play in 2022. Patriots Dolphins, with two former Alabama quarterbacks squaring off in the AFC East with Mac Jones and Tua. We'll see how that game goes, as Mike McDaniel, the former 49er offense coordinator, is now the new Dolphin head coach. Ravens Jets, like I said, Flacco taking on his former team as Zach Wilson is out injured after fucking your mom. Jaguars and Commanders, Browns and Panthers. Baker Mayfield, now a Carolina Panther, no longer a Cleveland Brown, as they traded him after signing Deshaun Watson, but then now Watson suspended for 11 games and Jacoby Brissett's starting quarterback. Carolina arguably could be the second best team in the NFC South, I think, behind Tampa, because I don't think Atlanta or New Orleans is honestly going to be that good this year, but I could be wrong. I think, honestly, I'll get to that in a second. Let me finish wrapping up what's to come here this NFL Week 1. Colts, Texans in the NFC South. Giants, Titans as well from Music City. Green Bay, Minnesota. Kansas City, and Arizona. Of course, NBC has this game tonight. CBS and Fox will have double headers on Sundays, depending on the market you're in. For myself, on CBS, we'll have Steelers, Bengals, and Chiefs, Cardinals. On Fox, it'll be Eagles, Lions, and Packers, Vikings, and then Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football, of course. And then we'll get into week 2. But Chiefs, Cardinals with Mahomes and Kyler Murray. Should be a shootout between two former Big 12 quarterbacks. We'll see how much defense is played. Raiders and Chargers, like I said, from LA. And then Buccaneers, Cowboys. Tom Brady's back, and that's a rematch of the kickoff game from last year, as I mentioned earlier, just in Dallas this time. And then Russell Wilson returns to Seattle as a member of the Denver Broncos. But I was going to say division winners for myself. We'll get into that during the next commercial break, so stay tuned. In the meantime, the Bills had the football after forcing a quick 3-and-out by the Rams to begin the third quarter. They got a second down and 9. Ball at the 45. Out of the gun is Josh Allen, trips near side. He's going to keep it for himself. And he's going to be brought down by his shoelaces after a pick of about 6.5, maybe 7, be third and short. Yeah, like I said, he's going to have to make some plays. And if that's him running the football, fine by me. So 3rd and 2. Crowd's starting to come alive. There's a lot of Bills Mafia in attendance, though. And we got whistles, flags all over the damn place. Who moved first? I'd say false start. Yep. 5 yards, they'll replay it down, be 3rd and 7. Normally, it's always false start if, there's movement up front with both the offense and defense. Because defense ain't going until they see movement up front by the offensive line. And that's a good call. Roger Saffold, the former Ram. He was a part of the E! Network series about the Rams when they moved from fucking St. Louis to L.A. back in 16. Former Titan, now Bill. Josh Allen on 3rd and 7. says, fuck the false start and fuck you. I'm going to stiff arm your ass. And he gets a first down. So 1st and 10 Buffalo. Still carrying the ball like a loaf of bread. If somebody was behind him, they easily could have knocked that out. But stiff arm, and then he gets out of bounds. He gets a first down. So 1st and 10 Buffalo. Ball at 35. And they'll toss. Devin Singletary, far side. He lowers his shoulder. He gets 12-13 for Buffalo Bill. First down, so they move the sticks again. First and 10 from the 22-yard line officially. Diggs in motion. Allen looking his way. And it is caught by number 14, Stephon Diggs. And he gets down inside the 20 to 15, 2nd down Buffalo. Hell, he might finish over 100-yard receiving. Keeps it up. Second and 3 Buffalo from the 15. And Singletary on the reception. And down inside the 10 he goes at the 8. Be 1st and goal Buffalo. From the 8, 1st and goal Bills. Slant caught, touchdown Isaiah McKenzie. Buffalo retakes the lead 16-10 here midway through the 3rd quarter. Extra point to come from Tyler Bass. Yeah, so he makes up for the interception that was intended for him. Defender just made a big play on it. And yeah, simple slant over the middle, and Josh Allen finds him in the end zone, caught touchdown. So extra point. Up and good. Buffalo 17, LA 10. 7:59 play in 3rd. Josh Allen now officially 20-23, $175, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Devin Singletary has 7 carries, 44 yards rushing. Josh Allen 3-22. Stephon Diggs has 7 catches, and everyone's favorite number, 69 yards receiving. Gabe Davis 3-41 and a touchdown. McKenzie now 2 catches, 19 yards and a touchdown. Zach Moss 4-16. Singletary 2-14. James Crowder 1 catch, 11-yard night. Rams, as they went 3 and out on their opening drive in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo then drives and scores on their first drive in the first half and now in the second half, with 2 Josh Allen passing touchdowns, 1 to Gabe Davis and that last one to Isaiah McKenzie. Matthew Stafford's 14 of 18, 99 yards passing, a touchdown and a pick. 8 carries, 35 yards rushing for Darrell Henderson. Cooper Kupp 8 of 56 and a touchdown. Skoranek 2 of 16, A-Rob 1 of 12, Tyler Higbee 1 of 10. So Defense, defense, defense. I think, honestly, like I said, whoever's making more plays on defense here tonight is going to end up winning this game. The turnovers have been there. Both teams have only been able to capitalize with a field goal apiece. So, the run game's not there, but Buffalo's now starting to find it, which ain't surprising. But, you know, they started fast in the first half. They're starting fast in the second half, but we know how it ended in the first half for them. Okay? LA was able to tie it up going into halftime at 10. So, how do you not get back to that point, basically? Got to make some stops on defense. Peyton Manning's coming back, but with a TV show. He's already in the Hall of Fame, so they wouldn't let him play. Touchback on the kickoff. No shit. First and 10 from the 25. And a fake on the give. Stafford rolls out. And he's not having a good game. He's going to run out of bounds. Gets tackled right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Empty set from the 24. They actually lost a yard on that play. Second and 11. Stafford going to step up near side. It's going to be caught. And Cooper Kupp. Big first down for the Rams. And they'll spot the ball out past the 40. And about the 43, first and 10. Or excuse me, the 48. Dump off. Darrell Henderson gets a Ram first down. So they're still in. They're only down 7. You know. They just can't. Once they get a few good plays, get a little full of themselves, and then do something stupid. You got to, keep it consistent. From the 42, Matthew Stafford hands off, and only about a yard for Henderson. Remember, Cam Akers was in on the interception drive, but Stenson, he has not been back in, let alone touch the football tonight, because when he was in, he didn't get it. So, it's Darrell Henderson. Maybe they're going to hold off and try to use him later. Stafford goes down another sack back at midfield. Von Miller, the former Ram, from the second half of last year, takes down his former teammate once again here tonight on another sack.
Even with the chip, he made the chip pass, he made the tackle miss.
from midfield, 3rd and long. Stafford deep down the middle and overthrows his intended target, incomplete, and the Rams are going to have to punt again. This game's going deep into the 4th quarter if the Rams are going to want to win this game at this rate. Because offensively, they're starting the same way they started the game. 2 punts. And then they turn it over on the next drive before they started to score. Whereas the Bills, okay, they scored to begin the first and second half. Those next 2 drives, remember, the Bills turned the ball over before a field goal and then another turnover before halftime. So we'll see how identical this second half is because it's shaping up to be what we've already seen. Fair catch at the 11. 5:11 to play in the 3rd. The 1st and 10. Buffalo up 17-10 when we return. But, man, this Ram offense just... Stafford ain't looking that good. They're going to blame the damn elbow surgery he had on. I mean, he's not looking that bad. 2 passes now. That one was way overthrown. Make it 3 because he sailed another one. But then the interception was way behind the receiver. They're trying to get the run game going. This Bill defense is just a little too good. And if only their offense, Josh Allen trying to do too much, turn it over earlier. But even with the 3 turnovers, LA only got 3 points off it, so it doesn't really matter then. You know, and now the Bills are starting to find their groove where LA didn't have one, they had it, and now they've lost it again. Buffalo 1st and 10 here, up 7. If they can keep it up, this game might get over here before too long. Because, once again, LA hasn't shown me that they can win this game tonight. They were starting to there before halftime, tying it up at 10. But to come out in the second half, starting the way you started the game, quick 3 and out, you punted, and then you punt again. No. Just the Rams, my God, no. Just, they're not looking that good tonight. They're not. And I get every dog has its day, but the fact of the matter is, you're still in this game. You are. Your defense has to make some stops, though. But then at the same time, you get the ball back on offense, you haven't done anything. Once again, what makes you think they're going to do something later when they haven't done jack shit yet? So, tough spot LA's in, I think. Buffalo's in a decent spot. You know, they're not pulling away by any means yet, but if they score here, you know, go up 2 scores, whether it be a field goal up 10 then or a touchdown up 14, yeah, game might be over here before too long. So 1st and 10, Buffalo from the 11. That's a false start. 5-yard penalty, be half the distance. They'll replay the down. So 1st and 15. Josh Allen going to step up, and Josh Allen going to tuck it and run, and Josh Allen down to the 13. So they get 2 yards basically on that play because original line of scrimmage was the 11 penalty, and now, yeah, 1st and 15, and then a 8-yard run, so 2nd and 7, yeah. 17-10 Buffalo, 4:44 to play in this 3rd quarter. Toss play. Zach Moss. Zach Moss gets a first down. Buffalo with the run game now. Going to work this clock and try to run away with the game. From the 21, toss, nowhere for him to go. Josh Allen over the middle. It's caught. First down Buffalo again. Jamison Crowder moving the sticks. He's going to keep it simple. Run the football, be balanced, open up the pass a little bit. Just work the sticks. Take what the defense gives you. Buffalo's good. LA is good too, but offensively tonight, they haven't looked that good. And the defense is giving up all this now, so. Zach Moss with a handoff, about a yard. Another pass caught, but only for about 3 yards. Be third and about 6. A minute and a half to play in this third quarter. Big third down. More so than not for the Rams, but big third down here. And we got our first injury. Surprised it took us this long, but we got our first injury. And they'll take a break. So we'll get back to it here shortly. 1:31 to play in the third. Back from the injury timeout, Josh Allen pass caught. First down Buffalo at the 45. Jamison Crowder once again. First and 10, Bills from the 44. Josh Allen pass caught at midfield. They'll actually say incomplete, 10 for Dawson Knox. Let's see if that was the right call or not. And now another injured player. 33 seconds to play in the third, so 3 and third. Injured. And now take another commercial break. What the hell is this? All right.
Looks like Roger Saffield got hit under on the eye area. That's where the athletic training staff looking to see stepped off. Last pass was intended for Dawson Knox. All of us are thinking about his family. We're experiencing it. We found out his brother was college football player, Florida international pass suddenly. Then he played Ole Miss for 4 years, like Dawson did. Was a tight end, then became a linebacker. And the very supportive Bills fans, they looked out the league in charity pediatric cancer, however, that Dawson's been involved with. They raised over $200,000 so far. They can operate the funds. Everyone that's like that for the community and all this thing in the middle and people that not spending funds. As we get this season started.
From the 44, second and 10 after another injury timeout. Josh Allen going to lower his shoulder. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be seeing that in the first game of the year. When you're starting quarterback, okay, gets up, they're talking trash, but thank you, Chris Collinsworth. I literally just said that 3 seconds ago. I sort of got it bugged. But yeah. That'll do it for the third quarter in the meantime. 17-10 Bills on top of the Rams with 15 minutes to play. Yeah, I don't want, especially Josh Allen. I mean, if it was like fucking Case Keenum, who's the backup, or, you know, Tua, or Davis Mills, or Geno Smith, or somebody, whether they're starting caliber or backup, I honestly wouldn't want any fucking quarterback, regardless of who I just named off, too, to be doing that. And especially in the first game of the year. I get it, it's getting heated, which that was after the play anyway. But then, for that play, you know, quarterback draw, lowered his shoulder and went, and then he was still trying to fight for a yard he wasn't going to get. And then he puts his leg in the fucking air like he's a dog pissing on a fire hydrant. And they're still pushing him, trying to bring him down on the tackle. Ref's blowing it dead. Like, could have been injured on that play. You don't want to do anything stupid, especially with your starting quarterback in the first game of the year when you don't have a good backup. Case Keenum's reliable. He's like the new Ryan Fitzpatrick. But no. Just no. Stop. Don't even go there. So, End of 3. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills lead the LA Rams by 7, 17-10. He's 23-27, a buck 96 and 2 touchdowns. Has 2 interceptions as well. Whereas Matthew Stafford's now 16-21, 132 yards passing, a touchdown and interception. He's been sacked 6 times that night. So this Bill defense came to play. As did the Rams defense because they have more turnovers, but these sacks, because Stafford on offense, they have not played well at all tonight. I don't think they have, personally. You can let me know your opinion once again in the comments below. And once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description. But here we go. 15 minutes to play. 17-10 Bills. 3rd and 7 from the 47. Right to left across your television screen. Ready on auto dial. Josh Allen stepping up. Has a man deep and Gabe Davis down the middle. And they'll be brought down at the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, Buffalo. The dagger. And if they can punch it in and go up 2 scores here, put the pressure on the Rams, sayonara, good night. Just a deep post route down the middle of the field, and it hits Gabe Davis right on the money, and then he's brought down to 5. So 1st and goal, Buffalo. Now you want to run the football. Devin Singletary, Zach Moss, maybe even put James Cook back in. Josh Allen going to keep it for himself. He gets inside the 5, down to 3, 2nd and goal from there. And I get it's one game for the Ram offense, but they just have not looked good at all tonight. Whereas with the Bills, looked good early, stuttered a little bit, but then they've gotten back on track and they haven't lifted. From the 4, 2nd and goal. Allen going to quarterback draw again, and then he passes right at the line of scrimmage. High, incomplete, intended for Stephon Diggs. So should have kept it for himself. He would have walked in, touchdown, but 3rd and goal after the incompletion. It was like a Tebow jump pass is what it was, even though he didn't jump. He stepped up the line of scrimmage and then, threw it real quick. But it was high incomplete, so yeah, he should have just went in with it. He would have scored. Stephon Diggs showing us how big he is. 3rd and goal from the 4. Allen going to step up, and he's going to tuck and run. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen with another touchdown. He was going to throw the ball into the bottom part of the crowd there, but he decided not to. Didn't want to get an unsportsmanlike conduct. Excessive celebration penalty called against him. And nobody open, he just tucked it and ran and got in. Touchdown. Extra point up and good. Buffalo now leads at 24-10 with 13:27 in play. Am I surprised by this? No, because the Bills are good. I'm just surprised how bad the Rams are playing on offense. And then their defense now has given up 14 unanswered after they tied it up. Okay, because remember, start the game, the Bills started off with a touchdown. Turnover, field goal, turnover. Rams were 2 punts, turnover, touchdown, field goal. Second half, though, the Rams, it feels like punt, because they haven't been able to move the ball again. And now they're down by 14 when they were down by 10 earlier, and then 3, and then they tied it up, and now they're down by 14. So, Bills, it's 14 unanswered in this first 16 minutes or so of the second half. And it's 24-10. Josh Allen's 24-29. 243 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. He also has 7 carries, 39 yards rushing now, and a touchdown. So that touchdown's the difference at this point, as is them having a running game compared to the Rams not having a running game. His 2 passing touchdowns are to Gabe Davis and Isaiah McKenzie. And then Gabe Davis with the long pass, 47-yard reception to set up that goal to go, and then the touchdown a few plays later. So Stafford's going to have to make some plays now. This game switched once again. Matthew Stafford's going to have to make some plays, put the team on his back. They're going to have to, run the football. Not as much as they'd like to, but they're going to have to run the football a little bit to still be balanced, because you don't want to be passing every time. But Stafford's going to have to make some plays. Somebody's going to have to step up at receiver. Cooper Kupp, 9.79, has 9 catches for 79 yards in the score. Whereas Allen Robinson has a catch for 12 yards. And Tyler Higbee has a catch for 10 yards. The Rams got to go. Quick. To cut this lead, to give them the chance to, be able to make some plays late and potentially, score again, to cut it again depending on what happens here, or tie it up if defensively they can force some stops. So, it's not like we're in the early second quarter. We're 13 minutes and 27 seconds away from being a final ball game, and they're down 14. They got to score on this drive if they honestly want to get back in this game, let alone win. Okay? So, 1st and 10 LA. See what Stafford and the offense have going for them, because it really hasn't been anything special tonight. From the 22. Stafford going to step up, pass complete far side, and that is complete to number 19, Brandon Powell. Pow, pow, pow. LA is going to try to knock this Bill defense off their feet. There's Cam Akers for you. 1st and 10, but gets nowhere. He ran 10 yards in the backfield to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. What the hell? So from the 32, 2nd and 10. Stafford, near side, caught by Kupp. Kupp to the 38. 3rd and about 3.5, 4. Third and 3 officially. Maybe the play of the game. Empty set, 5 wide. I smell a turnover for some reason coming. Stafford caught by Tyler Higbee. 1st down, gain of 4. They'll move the 6. So they keep the drive alive for the time being. But with 11:22 and counting, even with the 2-minute warning, 3 timeouts, they're still down 14 right now. They got to score quick, get a stop, and hope to score again. First and 10 from the 43. Stafford over the middle, high, intercepted, and there you go. That was a play too early, but I said, smell a turnover coming, and Matthew Stafford turns it over again with another interception. Just fucking pathetic. High, tipped by Cup, and then Buffalo now will have a first and 10, up 14, and a running game that they're going to use and run the football and hope to, work some clock and potentially end up scoring to seal the deal. And the Super Bowl favorites this year are going to put the Super Bowl champs from last year in their place, it looks like, tonight, as the NFL kicks off the 2022 season. So, yeah, I don't know what it is with this Ram offense. They haven't been able to click. They look like a totally, and I get last year is last year, this is this year. It's going to be a totally different team to begin with. But they honestly look like a totally different team that they've never played football together before. When you still have Stafford back, you still have your two running backs back, but they don't have a running game compared to Buffalo's now, because Buffalo came out in the second half. Allen made some plays. They found a running game, and they've scored some touchdowns to, go on top here and get another turnover and get the ball back. Cooper Kupp's the only receiver making plays for them. Allen Robinson has a catch for 12 yards, and Tyler Higbee has, 2 catches now for 14 yards, which, okay, he was 1 for 10 5 minutes ago, so catch for 4 yards, even though it was a first down, and then a play or two later they turned it over, ain't much of a difference at that point. Yeah, Buffalo's going to win this game. There's still 11 minutes left, but this game's over. This game is over. And like I said earlier, who makes more stops on defense? Talked about turnovers too. And being able to run the football. And voila, here we are. What do you know? Who would have guessed that? So, Buffalo with a lead. Josh Allen's going to throw it once or twice, probably. He'll probably tuck it and run as well. But they need to run the football. And we'll see if they do or not. I think they will. They, no doubt about it, should. But yeah, here we go. First and 10, Buffalo from the 41. That's a false start, but they let it slide. Josh Allen looking to throw. It's caught for a yard. You could have handed off and got a yard on a run. You don't want to be throwing and then turning it over. Second and 9. Ball at the 42. Josh Allen going to keep it for himself. And down to the 46 he goes. 47 maybe. Third down. Clock's going to continue to roll. Tick, 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 tick. Tick, tick, tick. Under 10. Here we go. Rams need to stop here on this third down. Josh Allen going to step up and going to go deep with it. Has a man wide open. Stephon Diggs at the goal line. Caught. Touchdown. Wow. just, wow, they're putting it on them now. Talk about a dagger. They just dropped the fucking coffin. 6 feet deep, and this game's over. 30-10 with the extra point to come, and a 53-yard passing touchdown from Josh Allen to Stephon Diggs. Wow. Now Buffalo looks unstoppable because now they've scored 21 answered. The Ram offense can't do shit. The defense can't stop them. Extra points up and good, 31-10. I get it's one game, but this Ram team doesn't even look playoff caliber for this year. Huge statement by the Super Bowl favorites. And talking about them potentially winning, and probably will win the AFC East. The NFC East, I think it's going to be either Philly or Dallas. Washington potentially could make some noise. I don't know about the Giants, but AFC North, I think, is wide ass open. If Watson was there, it might be a little bit different story. But Cincinnati, of course, coming off Super Bowl appearance. Baltimore's there. You know the Steelers are going to be in the thick of it come the end of the year, regardless of who's playing quarterback, because they're going to be running the football and playing good defense. And so I wouldn't be shocked if any of those 4 teams win the AFC North. The NFC North, it's Green Bay, because Rodgers is still there, and not elsewhere, as some people had thought. You know, he re-signed. So, yeah, Green Bay, I mean, Chicago and Detroit, I think, would be the 2 teams, more so the Bears, with the Justin Fields' potential to, you know, win some games. I think the Lions are going to be better than they were last year, but I don't think they're making the playoffs by any means. The Vikings could be a surprise, but I don't think they're going to be that good without Mike Zimmer. AFC and NFC South, Indy and Tennessee. I mean, Doug Peterson's not that bad of a coach. And Trevor Lawrence is a young quarterback, basically a rookie again this year after what happened last year in Duval. You know, some people are saying the Texans might be all right with Lovey, and then Davis Mills is the quarterback, but I'm not for sure. So, yeah, I think Indy with Matt Ryan, Tennessee, they drafted Malik Willis to back up Ryan Tannehill. Still got, of course, King Derrick Henry. The NFC South, though, is Tampa's to lose. Carolina, I think, could be the second best team in that division, because Atlanta and New Orleans, I don't think, are really going to be that great. And then out west, so like I said, the AFC West is wide ass open too. Any of the 4 of those teams, Kansas City, Denver, Vegas, or LA, the Chargers could honestly win. With, I would think at the top of that list being Kansas City, because they've been there recently, but then the Chargers. You know, we'll see how Russell, you know, fares in Mile High as a Bronco coming down from Seattle. You know, they have a few good running backs. They got them some receivers. They're going to play good defense. All 4 of those teams probably going to take each other out. So come playoff time, they might be dead. You know, so it opens up hole for somebody else. That's what the AFC has more depth. The NFC has like the Rams because they're defending Super Bowl champs, the Buccaneers because they won the Super Bowl the year prior, and the Packers because they've been there just on the edge the past few years. But then I've been high on the Raiders the past couple years. I have, but I don't like the Josh McDaniels hire, so I don't know how good they'll be. Of course, they get Devontae Adams to reunite with his former Fresno State quarterback in Derek Carr. So there's that for you. I think they're all going to win a good amount of games and be in the thick of it at the end of the year. As I said, it's wide ass open, I think, in the AFC West. More so than not, in the AFC North, like I said earlier. The AFC West, I think, is no doubt about it, the best division in football this year. So we'll see how Kansas City, Denver, the Silver and Black, and the Bolts shake out to be and how they are this year. But then in the NFC West, LA, San Francisco, Arizona, Seattle. And you could probably flip-flop those 2 and 3 teams, depending on the day. But those are my picks for division winners. So you can let me know, of course, in the comments below what you think. Of course, the expanded playoffs will return as well. So you'll have 3 wildcard teams per league in the AFC and NFC. But, I think the Bills, of course, I'm going to say the Steelers, a Steeler fan, but it might be the Bengals or Ravens. What the fuck? Somebody, oh my god. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Really? We're not in Buffalo. We're not throwing dildos on the field tonight to kick off the NFL season by any means. Let me see a replay of that. I gotta rewind that. We had a delay with about 9 minutes to go in the game. Bills up 21, 31-10. And somebody threw something on the field. Good God. Yeah, they deserve to be thrown out for that. Yeah, and the local police headquarters. Mike Tirico sounds like he's going to bail his ass out. But no, all jokes aside. Here we are, 3rd and 10 for the Rams at 23. Stafford gets hit as he gets rid of it. Higbee on the reception to the 31. 4th and short. Yeah, somebody threw one of those smokers on the field. But we're back to the action. They converted, I guess, unless they gave them first down, which I don't think they had. 1st and 10, okay. Now 2nd down and medium. There's another 1st down. Higbee on the reception. But the emergency smoke flasher things, what are those called? Somebody threw one of those on the fucking field. 1st and 10 from the 44. Ball batted up, and it's picked off. And the Bills on the return. Stafford's going to make the tackle at 22, but that'll do it for sure. Another interception by Matthew Stafford. Jesus Christ. Talk about turnovers. 3 interceptions by him, 2 interceptions by Allen, a fumble. 8 total sacks. Taunting on the Bills on the interception return. They'll keep it, but it'll be, moved back a little bit because of the penalty. They'll 1st and 10. I wouldn't be surprised if Case Keenum comes in and plays fucking quarterback for Buffalo, but he probably won't. But they need to run the ball, from the 22, go up some more. Josh Allen almost has 300 yards passing. Yeah, just a bad night, bad start for the Rams. They just, second half at least, after a slow start to begin the game, they do. Still a lot of football to be played. Josh Allen going to keep it for himself, so still picks up the 1st down, back to the 22 where they returned the interception, but remember that penalty, so they're back at like a 37. He gets like 15 yards on a 1st and 10 run. He's going to have over 300 yards passing and maybe almost 100 yards rushing tonight. I didn't see this, the way they were playing in the first half. But they, got out of their bad habit and able to, put the Rams away. Yep. 1st and 10 Buffalo. From the 24, he'll hand off, and Singletary gets to the 21, so pick up about 3, maybe 4. But, yeah, with the Rams, a slow start. They tie it up at halftime, and then they come out in the second half, and just more of the same punts and turnovers and nothing to show for it. With Buffalo, hot start, they stuttered, came out in the second half, and just acted like, okay, fumble on the play, Rams getting it back. Yes, they are. It's LA football. Yep, another fucking turnover. You gotta be kidding me. No, but they come out in the second half, and, they just turn it over again, of course. Another fumble. Hold on the ball and hit your receivers, Like, we've had now a total of 7 turnovers tonight and 8 sacks. Oh my. But yeah, Buffalo came out in the second half and just, they put them away. They put them away. They did. It seemed like, yeah, I don't blame you. This Ram offense just, they have no running game. Collinsworth just mentioned earlier that they're missing OBJ, and whether it's him or whoever, like I said, when they were down, I think it was 24-10. But let alone they can't cover or tackle on defense, okay? Looking like a blue and white college team from last week. But somebody has to step up. But nobody has. And they can't block for him. His passes have been off. Stafford's 23-31, $178, touchdown, 3 picks, and has been sacked 6 times. And they have no running game. As a team, they have 15 carries for 42 yards. Darrell Henderson's had 10 carries, 37 yards rushing since, fucking last week. Josh Allen, 9 of 57 and a touchdown. Singletary, 8 of 48. But then Josh Allen also has compared to Stafford passing, 26-31, 297, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. He's been sacked twice. We've had 8 total sacks, 7 total turnovers. Defensive showdown. Buffalo, putting them away, they're late. Why don't we get the skates out and go to Pagola? But 1st and 10, after another turnover, I might add, from the 18, Rams football again. Okay, 3 timeouts, 5:12 and counting to play, 2-minute warning. There's a chance, but they're down fucking 21 points. Like, no, ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Seen crazier shit happen, but ain't gonna happen tonight. Because they can't even run the ball for half a yard. And when Stafford throws, it's, over, behind, intercepted. Buffalo turns it over. Like, even Buffalo up 31-10, it seems like neither of these fucking teams want to win tonight. Which, that's odd to say, I know, but that's just how it feels. But it is week 1. It's the first game of the year. You still got to work all the kinks out. Like, this is your first real, true, one-on-one action. And not training camp and not in the preseason, because everybody in the fucking preseason's not on the roster for the most part anymore. They're waiting to get in line for whatever spring league's going to be in 2023. Or they're on an active practice squad right now. So you got to give them credit there. But Henderson over the middle, he makes the reception. It'll be 2nd and 4. Sean McVay has never been under 500 at any point of a season. 32nd game, or 82nd game, I think it said. Which, he's going to be under 500 after tonight, because they'll be 0-1. And I get it's one game. It's the first game of the year. But offensively, they have not looked good at all. Like, this is absolutely pathetic. And just look at that play. Tight end can't even fucking catch. Rock hands. Drops it. Incomplete. So with 3:13 to play, 2nd and 10, man, I'm not surprised of how good, Buffalo has played. I'm more shocked, like I said earlier, how bad LA's played, and it's getting worse, it feels like. Over the middle, Higbee catches that one, gets a first down on an 11-yard reception, but, man, this is honestly a blowout at this point. It's been like this since they scored that 53-yard touchdown to Diggs, but they then turned the ball over again as LA turned it over, and then, here we are. So they're hoping for like a 5th and 6th quarter tonight. That pass is caught. Skoranek for 4, but exactly. They need somebody else to step the hell up, like I said. I don't care who it is. Allen Robinson, once again, has 1 catch for 12 yards. 10 for Skoranek, incomplete. Cooper Kupp has 12 catches, 100 yards on the dot, and a touchdown. Higbee, now has 5 catches, 39 yards. But they waited too damn long to get him involved. And they have no running game. Yeah, Buffalo's in a good spot. They are. 3rd and 6 from the 40. Got a timeout, but man, this is just 2:16 to play. It's more of a shock of how bad the Rams are looking on offense and not being able to stop the Bills on defense than the Bills are looking as good as they're looking. But at the same time, once again, it is week 1, so yes, we're overreacting. We don't need to be, but here we are. We still are and will. But like I said earlier, too, whether your team wins or loses this week, season ain't over. You still got how many more games? Like, season ain't won in September. The season is won in November and December, and into early January now for the end of the regular season before the playoffs begin. And hopefully you're still standing, when playoffs roll around. Of course, if you're not, better luck next year. But yeah, there's not really much else to be said. Just that, and they'll blame, like I said, Stafford because of his elbow with that surgery he had. But they have no running game. It's Stafford to Cup, or Stafford to the other team, or Stafford going down into the ground on sacks. So, yeah, there's not much else to be said. The Bills, they are looking pretty good. Slow and steady for them, because they got up early. It stalled. Rams tied it. And in the second half now, 21 unanswered. The Rams have not scored since they kicked the field goal from 57 yards out to end the first half, to tie it at 10 to go into halftime. They got a, 3rd and 6 here with a timeout, down 21, 2:16 to play. Still got 3 timeouts, but this game's fucking over. It's been over for 10 minutes. So, yeah, Buffalo just, they found a running game, and then they started to put it on them. Because the Rams defense, couldn't cover. Largest margin of defeat in Super Bowl. Let me read that again. Largest margin of defeat in season opener in Super Bowl era, defending Super Bowl champions in NFL history. The Ravens lost to the Broncos by 22 back in 2013. And then the Cowboys and another team were 19 points, I think. This is at 21. Cooper Kupp just, all the fight, putting the Rams on his back, ramming his way for a big first down pickup, down inside the 20. And they should have a 1st and 10 around the 10-yard line, it looks like. Kupp now 13 catches, 128 yards receiving, and a touchdown. Stafford 29 of 39 for 240. But that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. Yeah. He's arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. And he's, even in defeat right now with them losing, still playing good. Game ain't over until it's over, until the triple zeros on the clock. Stafford going to go down another sack, though, at the 18. Jesus Christ. They can't block for him. They can't run the ball. He has to do everything himself. Kupp has to do everything himself, too. The Rams, overall after tonight, need to take a good, hard look in the mirror and figure out who the hell they are. But yeah, the Bills just in the second half came out and found a running game and then put it on them. Even with all the turnovers and all the sacks. The difference in this game, in my opinion, is Josh Allen playing better than Matthew Stafford. And Sean McDermott wants a timeout. Yeah. Timeout Buffalo with 51 seconds to go. 3rd and 14 for the Rams. Yeah, he called timeout right as they're about to snap it to throw him off pace. NFL Buzz, Browns, Panthers on Sunday. The Jaguars and Skins with Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz back to their Philly days. Super Bowl 52. Before Big Nick Foles won them the title. Yeah, Raiders, Chargers in LA on Sunday, as mentioned earlier too. So Rodgers and Pack take on the Vikings. Yeah. Sunday Night Football is Buccaneers, Cowboys. Monday Night Football is Broncos, Seahawks. And you be sure to tune back in live right here on YouTube for live watch along actions of those two games as well, along with Steelers, Bengals at 1 o'clock, and then college football on Saturday, Ohio at Penn State. Almost picked off again. It was deflected in the air, incomplete. So 4th and 14. Go for it. You don't want to fucking kick it. So this is going to be a big win for the Bills, especially on the road to begin the year like this. But then the same thing with the Rams coming off Super Bowl win. Seeing how they start this year, not that good. The Bills don't want to get too good too early, if that makes sense. They want to get hot right at the right time. Pass incomplete. That'll do it. The Rams still have 3 timeouts, but with 41 seconds, they turn it over. Intended for Allen Robinson in the end zone, incomplete. So Buffalo will take a few kneel downs here, it looks like, and that'll do it. And the Bills will defeat the Rams to begin the 2022 season by a final score 31-10. Get some final stats and scores here in a second, but yeah. I don't know, honestly, because the Bills look good, but I don't know still how good they are or could be because of how bad the Rams looked tonight on offense. At least in the second half, because remember, this was a tie game at halftime at 10, and they get shut out in the second half. So that just shows you, of course, how good the Bill defense is, how good the Ram defense is, too, because with all the turnovers. Allen was sacked twice. Stafford was sacked 7 times for a total of 49 yards, so 7 and 7 is, in fact, 49. But then, you know, the Rams also gave up 31 points and 21 answered in the second half. And the Buffalo Bills will take 1-0 down, and that'll do it. 3-2-1. The NFL season's underway. First game is now official. Final score, Buffalo 31, LA 10. And, man, I honestly don't know what to say other than what I've already said, because this wasn't a great game by any means by either team, I didn't think. I'm not saying Buffalo got lucky by any means, because they played good at times. But then they also played like shit because they turned it over 2 times on the ground and 2 times in the air. Okay, turnovers. The Rams, at the end of the day, though, they couldn't fucking capitalize. They capitalized with 3 points off of 4 turnovers, and that was the last time they scored in this game with a field goal going into halftime to tie it at 10 from 57 yards out. Absolutely pathetic. Because if they could have been able to capitalize off those turnovers, just like the Bills capitalized off of some Rams turnovers as well. Stafford had 3 interceptions. Doesn't really matter the exact points because your final score is 31-10. But being able to capitalize off of turnovers, the Rams more so not than the Bills. This game could have been a whole lot different than what it turned out to be. But then you look at it too, with how good the defense has played, but then how much better Buffalo played on defense, and then how much better Buffalo was able to run the football. Offensively, they looked like, honestly, they were unstoppable at times, even though they turned it over 4 times. So a win's a win. And like I said a little bit ago, the Super Bowl favorites defeat the Super Bowl champions. Buffalo defeats LA 31-10 once again. Your final stats and scores. In a losing effort, Matthew Stafford, who was sacked 7 times, they got issues up front if that keeps up. He also threw 3 interceptions. 1 was behind his receiver. 1 was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And then the other... Well, 3 interceptions is 3 interceptions. Stafford was 29-41 for 240 yards passing, a touchdown and 3 picks. 7 sacks. Darrell Henderson had 13 carries, 47 yards rushing. And the Rams as a team had 18 carries for 52 yards rushing. Somebody has to step up for LA behind Cooper Kupp, the receiver. He had 13 catches, 128 yards receiving, and a touchdown. Higbee had 5 catches, 39 yards. They got him involved a little too late, it felt like. Henderson had 5 catches, 26 yards. Skoranek, 4, 25. Brandon Powell had a catch for 10 yards. But then Allen Robinson, he had a catch for 12 yards, targeted twice, and that last target was on the last play of the game for the Rams offense. Down 21. Like, game plan wise, I honestly don't think the Rams were ready to play tonight. The more I think about it, you know, they're still on their fucking honeymoon phase from winning the Super Bowl last February. When the Bills came to play football tonight, and at times they looked good, at times they looked bad, but they still found a way to win at the end of the day because of Josh Allen playing as good as he played. The difference, like I said, I think was specifically him, even though it's a team sport. Yeah, he had 2 interceptions. They fumbled twice. But he also was 26-31, 297 yards passing with 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, sacked twice. But he also led the team in rushing with 10 carries, 56 yards rushing, and a touchdown. Okay? So, 31 points by Buffalo, and Josh Allen accounted for all 4 touchdowns. And then Tyler Bass had a field goal. 3 passing touchdowns, 1 to Gabe Davis, 1 to Isaiah McKenzie, and 1 to Stephon Diggs, and then he had 1 himself on the ground. So Josh Allen, the key in this game, the main reason why they won, I thought, their defense, both defenses looked good. Buffalo's looked better because, of course, LA gave up 31 points. I mean, you can't not give credit to the defenses because of the turnovers and all the sacks. Like, that stands out to me. Them, Buffalo, having a better running game than LA stood out as well. Josh Allen, 26-31, 297, 3 touchdowns, and 2 picks with 10 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown on the ground. And then Devin Singletary had 8 carries, 48 yards, but Stephon Diggs led the way. Yeah, both Diggs and Kupp had over 100 yards receiving, which wasn't surprising. Both led the team in receiving. Kupp was 13 of 128 and touchdown was mentioned, and then Diggs 8 for 122 and a touchdown. Gabe Davis 4 of 88 and a touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie had 2 catches, 19 yards in the score. Crowder 3 of 28, Moss 6 of 21, Singletary 2 of 14, and Dawson Knox only had a catch for 5 yards. Higbee 5 of 39. The tight ends for both of these teams could have had a ton more catches and a ton more yards tonight, but of course not. Rams got to find a running game. Stafford can't do it all himself. Somebody's has to step up behind Cooper Kupp once again. Yeah, they get shut out in the second half, which that's pretty pathetic, especially at home, defending your Super Bowl title to begin the year. So, Buffalo with the win, 31-10. Once again, your final score. Josh Allen was the key difference, I thought. He accounted for all 4 touchdowns. Threw for 3 yards shy of 300 yards. Had 56 yards rushing, another touchdown. So, no doubt, one of the main reasons why Buffalo is a Super Bowl favorite. Because, I mean, even on your worst day, you still might be okay. And I thought they, were tonight. Because they played good, but they also played bad. But they played good enough, and they played better than the Rams. And a win's a win when it's all said and done. So, congrats to the Bills. They're 1-0. They're the lone unbeaten right now in the National Football League because this is the only game that's been played thus far. Everything else on Sunday and then Monday night. Rams are winless, so they're the lone winless team in the league because of that specific reason as well. 31-10 your final score. Bills win over the defending Super Bowl 56 champion LA Rams. We'll see how seasons go from here on out. It's only one game, season ain't over just yet, so regardless, like I said, what happens this weekend for whoever you like, it's 18 weeks, 17 games. You got a lot of football still left to be played. So the Rams will be all right. They just got to work some kinks out and play like they played late last year that won them the Super Bowl. Okay? But this is why we haven't had a defending Super Bowl champion repeat in almost 20 years. And it was Tom Brady and the New England Patriots in 38 and 39. Okay? And Brady's now a Buck, entering his 3rd year after coming out of retirement. And they play at the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football. I'll have live watch-along reactions live here on YouTube on Sunday of Steelers, Bengals, and Buccaneers, Cowboys, along with Monday Night Football. Saturday in college football, Ohio at Penn State at noon, so be sure to tune in then as well. But tonight, to kick off the year on Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills defeat the LA Rams 31-10. So I'll leave it at that. The Rams will be all right, but they got to figure a lot out because it seemed to me they were not ready to play tonight. Slow start, tied up at halftime, but then a slow start in the second half, which, led into Buffalo taking advantage of that. The pressure's on the Rams. The Bills put it on them, and then they get shut out in the second half, and Buffalo wins at 31-10 with Josh Allen once again responsible for all 4 touchdowns. They had a field goal, 31-10 your final score, as Tirico Collinsworth will sign off. I'll sign off as well. Yeah. There's not much else to be said, so I'll leave it at that. But once again, as always, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And, hope to see everybody this weekend for more college football and NFL and professional wrestling. Live watch-along reactions. Live right here on YouTube. But, 31-10 is your final score. Like I said, I'm not surprised with how good Buffalo looked or how inconsistent they looked at times, because they were good, but they were bad. But they won, okay? Win's a win. And Josh Allen looked way better than Matthew Stafford did. I'm more surprised, I think, how bad the Rams looked, especially in the second half. I am. Just absolutely pathetic. And then when they started to get a good drive going there late, it was too late, and then they still turned it over anyway. And then kneeled down and ball game was over. But, Josh Allen, once again, was 26-31, 297 yards passing, and 3 touchdowns. And he had 10 carries for 56 yards rushing and a touchdown. So, 4 touchdowns is 28 points, and a field goal is 31, and they win by 21, 31-10 over the defending Super Bowl champs in the LA Rams to kick off the 2022 season. So, once again, thanks for tuning in and listening. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe on social media. Links in the description below. And hope to see everybody on Saturday for college football live watch along reactions. Ohio at Penn State at noon. And then on Sunday, a doubleheader in the NFL at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Steelers, Bengals, and also Sunday Night Football at about 8, quarter after 8. Buccaneers, Cowboys, in which is a rematch from the kickoff game last year, in which Tampa won at home. Now they go to Dallas, so we'll see how that game goes. And then on Monday night for Monday Night Raw in the WWE that we'll watch alongside Monday Night Football with Russell Wilson's return to the Pacific Northwest in Seattle, as the Broncos will take on the Seahawks. But tonight, as the NFL kicks off the new year, the Buffalo Bills win it. Your final score, once again, Bills 31, Rams 10.